name is Hikaru, and we're here today with Tales of Omeria, our DM Dave campaign. We are running Hand of the Eight. Before we begin, I would like to thank our sponsors. Roll20.net has been sponsoring us for quite a while now. I lost track. Almost. Is this our third year? I think this is our third year.
So.
It might be our third year. Anyways,
it might be our third year.
Roll20 is a free virtual tabletop solution for playing tabletop games like Alien, Humblewood, Burn Bright, which is exclusive on Roll20. They developed it exclusively for Roll20, and it has like a lot of stuff that you can only get to do on the tabletop. Like it uses the fact that you have the virtual tabletop. It's pretty cool. Pathfinder is there as well. Call of Cthulhu, Esper Genesis, which is a 5e sci-fi hack, and more. So many more. There are like whatever you can think of. I'm just going off of what was in the recent email. Anyways, thanks for the sponsorship. Yeah, why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Matt first.
I'm Matt. I'm playing Victor, the human antiquarian tonight.
We go in cam order?
Yep.
Hello, I'm Michelle. I'm playing Nala, who's a dwarf monk.
Hello, I am Nina, and I'm playing Linfy Stillmason, who is my gnome paladin.
Sure.
Hi, I'm Sho. I'm playing Merrick Tinkerton, my armor artificer, who is totally not Minfy's brother.
Hi, I'm Zayo. I'm playing River of Twilight. She is an Arnetikos tiefling and a Light in the Dark bard. Also,
Great.
Karu, shout out the awesome art.
Yeah, the art on screen of all the characters is by Crystal Ball, and I had her Twitter account. Wait, it's on the freaking image. I'm smart. K-Ball Pinata on Twitter, and the same on Instagram. And I thought I had. Aha. Yep, she's on Coffee too. I'm not sure why it's getting cut off there. Yeah, so check her out. She does great art, and I think she's open for commission still. So, I kind of want to get her to draw Addie for me.
Just Addie?
Just Addie, yes. I already spent so much money this month. Anyways,
it's not like you don't have other players who could put in.
Well, that's up to you. Great. So what happened last session? We were one person down.
Well, our beautiful paladin there ended up being assigned to take care of the foxes and the cockatrice. So that was, and I'm sure she did a magnificent job.
And we ended up going into the desert to find a possible cult. Turned out to, yes, be a cult. And shit was fucked up. Closed.
We found a big red rock.
Yeah, and we also closed a rift to the other. So, yay, that's not there anymore.
Which may or may not be yay for certain members of the party, but
I am not ready to go home yet. Not ready.
Fun fact, if you had tried going in, you would have been disintegrated. All right, so that happened.
Good thing we didn't.
No.
I think the same thing happens if we drop the big red rock, because the actual name is still unpronounceable to me. If we drop that, disintegrated or worse.
Yeah,
I think it's what kind of told us happens.
Worse.
It's a transmutation stone that just radiates
magic. It's an unstable transmutation stone.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
So we are not letting the authorities know that we have that.
Nope.
Okay.
Maybe don't. Yeah.
Okay.
Luckily, you had
Unless we
someone
are
to pawn
handing
it
it
off to.
over to someone for safety, they are not going to know we have it.
Yeah.
Well, we were supposed to hand it over to somebody for money, so.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You have
for
someone to
Victor's
pawn it
piece.
off on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Also, Victor's
Victor-
the one carrying it.
in his box.
Yeah, which I'm probably going to have to sterilize after this is over.
Oh god.
There's probably a few things of disinfectant magic somewhere. Maybe your box might even still be a box, and it won't turn into a mimic or something because of the transmutation.
Honestly,
zone.
I'm more worried about everything else that might be in that box. Maybe if you had put a
Don't
bunch of
think we were
copper
keeping
coins in,
anything
it
else
would have turned
in
to
at this
gold.
point.
I think, or it could have turned to uranium or something, something a lot less fun than gold.
But anyways, highly dangerous, and we do not have it. It doesn't exist.
Yep.
But we are trying to help Victor find information. That's why we took the job.
Yep, that's
we
correct.
We learned that you're his brother and father. Is that who we're
missing?
Yes. Yeah. So basically, this is the group, the Tip of the Spear, which is a bunch of artifact hunters and treasure hunters. It's actually a guild of treasure. Ooh, cute. Sorry, I got distracted.
Zio, stop
beautiful.
that. Zio, turn it into.
Yeah, they got basically they were members of this organization and then went missing under somewhat mysterious circumstances that Victor is trying to find more out about. So he basically was offered this job to get membership in this group. Having such a hard time thinking about it now. Offered the job to get membership in the group, which he agreed to, more in part because he figures getting in will help him just get more inside information and stuff like that. So yeah, he agreed, volunteered the group to go off and rescue obtain a magical rock that could make you grow 3 heads or something else.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, 3 heads if you're lucky.
If you're lucky,
yeah.
If you're not lucky, it could mutate your soul into something indescribable.
Oh god. What have you done?
I remember reading the list of things and I was like, this would be fun for one shot. I'm going to give them prior warning.
Yeah, in a one shot, we would all probably rush to touch it to see who touched it first.
Oh, for sure.
I'm pretty sure one of them just had you grow another face behind your head, and it's like, yeah, you're going to go through the rest of the campaign with 2 faces. Nah.
Oh my god, are we going to have to wear a turban?
I mean, benefit, you can see people sneaking up on you. Better.
Yeah,
but
it's true.
Not benefit, you have a face growing out of the back of your head.
I'm going to point out, we live in a world where transmutation is illegal. Your existence at that point would bring up so many fucking questions.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it wasn't great. I wonder if I can find it. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, one of the other ones that was like less terrible but also fucking sucks was that the time would stop for 1d20 years for you, during which time you don't need food, water, or sleep, but also you cannot interact with anything because everything's frozen in time.
Wasn't it aside from the things that you actually actively carried?
Yeah, basically.
God, that would suck.
You're muted, Zio.
Basically, what I suggested to do the whole time was to travel around the world and just draw on everyone's face so that when time came back, everyone would just have writing on their face and no one would know the context of why because it was instantaneous for everyone around the world.
Yeah.
I love the absolute chaos of this group.
I mean...
Hey, you had to keep yourself sane somehow. Why not draw on everyone's faces?
One of the other ones was you basically turned into a rust metal. Like everything you touch that is ferrous turns to rust.
The worst. The worst.
Or you could just you just transform into a large mindless insect, and that was like, okay, yeah, great. I'm gonna give these guys a prior warning to don't touch the thing.
Yeah, don't touch.
And the last one was just you get disintegrated and turn to ash. Because at your level, disintegration just would disintegrate you. I don't think anyone has enough hit points to survive.
No, disintegrate does base 40.
40,
plus
yeah.
something D10. I think
Yeah.
it's like 10d10
Use
plus
Something,
40.
yeah, 10d10 plus 40. Like
So
there
I
were
have
so
27
Minimum
health.
50
minimum
damage.
50 damage.
I have 27 health. There's no
It's
way.
it's a third level adventure. Anyone who got that is dead. Reroll.
Yeah.
Say
So
if someone
yeah,
tries to rob
so
us, I'm just gonna say, go ahead, go ahead, take it.
take the ruby.
Oh
Good
boy.
luck.
Yeah, but that
Wow.
might get you in
Yeah, I
trouble with
mean-
authorities because then it's like, oh, you did this transmutation on this person.
No.
No,
We
they're
were
the
we
ones
were
who
going
touched
to
it.
we were traveling to
Yeah,
hand
you're the
this
one
in
that
to the
had the
proper
transmuter
authorities.
stone.
Yeah, we had a paladin with us. We were about to hand it in to the authorities, and they just happened to try and rob us.
I
So
love the fact that you use Nymphy as like,
Our,
but we have a paladin.
your get
We
out
have
of
a
jail free
paladin.
card.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't
or
know how
the-
far that's gonna take you.
No.
no, it's not going to
Like,
take us far. That's okay.
But anyways, so that happened. And we were just leaving the temple.
Yeah, so you left the temple. I don't remember how long I told you guys it was gonna take to travel. It was either
Hours.
5 days or 5 horses. Yep. 5 hours.
Hours.
I think it was hours.
It was hours because it took us about 5 hours to get there.
Yeah, so 5 hours to get back. You all probably had a long rest after that because that was a
Mhm.
long day.
Mm-hmm.
5 hours there, wipe out a cult, and then 5 hours back.
On a day's
That
work.
sounds like your average, day at the
Yeah.
beach.
Exhausting.
You know how tired you are after you get back.
Yeah. Well,
So yes, we do get a long rest.
Yes.
Cool.
Also, that means you were sitting on a horse for 10 hours that day. That
it sucks. I'm making a note to myself to develop a better way to travel. Maybe enchant a flying carpet.
maybe.
Or, I could just build a two-wheeled object that's self-propelling so I don't have to worry about horses.
Never heard of those. Sounds false.
Why 2 wheels? Why wouldn't
basically
you
the
want a
D&D
4-wheeled creation that, self-propels? Wouldn't 2 wheels be very unbalanced?
No, it would just take a little bit more skill. Although, you're right, it would probably be better to have 3 wheels.
Why
less likely to-
3?
Less likely to flip.
Why not just 4? Like a wagon?
Because 3 wheels is not something that most people have done before, and also triangles are very strong shapes.
That's dumb.
I love picturing this argument.
Because it's totally something that happened.
It definitely did on the 10-hour
the
horseback
ride home.
ride.
Oh yeah, in between
Yeah,
Merrick
everybody's
trying to convince Jen the construct to let him work on her prosthetic arm to conceal a weapon in it, which is absolutely probably illegal to do.
Hey, Merrick.
God.
Huh?
Maybe take a girl out before you ask to modify her prosthetics?
Do you want to go to dinner? I'll buy you a drink.
Maybe. All right, so you guys get home, have a drink. Sorry, take a long rest.
No, you were not wrong.
Sleep.
Yeah, you slept. And the next day, I assume Minfi is going to be looking for you all as you come back.
So we just have to meet up with Victor's contact before we meet up with Minfi.
Yeah,
so
that's
Minfi
probably
can
a
have
good
plausible
idea.
deniability.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Listen,
this
I
is
don't
going to be
want-
really funny because I can imagine you guys being like, okay, so are you letting him just go find his contact on his own? Or is someone going with him? Are all of you going with him?
I mean, what do you want, Victor? Would you rather go alone, or would you rather have us with you?
Yeah, I think this. I mean, I think probably the fewer people. Well, see, I didn't see there. I never got any indication that this was any kind of setup at all. So, yeah, he probably just feel comfortable going by himself. I mean, when this was communicated, it was all seemed to be on the up and up. So, I mean, if you want to come and try to maybe learn more about this group, I mean, it is a good group to be a part of. I'm sure they're always looking for new prospective members, but
Nala would want to have Victor's back, so she can like walk behind you, kind of like pretend to be like a bodyguard for you or something, and just having you go give them something really dangerous and about something really dangerous. I want to make sure. Nala's like, I want to make sure you walk out of there. So
that would be appreciated. All right. Well, anyone who wants to come? Sure, come along.
Oh, I'm definitely coming along.
Well, I guess we're all going then? Okay.
Sure. Plus, were we gonna do anything with those angel bones as well, or no?
Oh, no, that's something that we're going to need to get in contact with the...
Yeah, we'll have to talk to
people
Minty
who worship
about that.
Yep.
She might have people who know the best place.
What was their deity's name? He was the god of judgment, wasn't he?
Osrolos?
Osrolos, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
The angel bones that we didn't take
Oh,
we left
that
No,
was-
we did not take them.
Yeah.
We left
but
them
we
there
have to
because we
basically
didn't...
let the church know where these things are so they can be brought to proper rest.
And
That's
also,
Utsiv's.
we have to inform them of the cultist activities. And the fact that we dealt with them. Closed the portal. Rescued some people. Ustis. That was the god of judgment, right?
Which was not the one that the cultists were following.
No, the cultists were following Osrolos.
Where'd you get
who-
Osrolos was the leader.
Oh, he was the leader of the cults. Okay, so it was this Strunop, right?
Zistranope was what they were following, yeah.
Oof.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so after we drop off the rock, we want to go and find... God, I just picture this as an incarnation of a fucking Philosopher's Stone. Because it kind of
It
is,
is a
except without the
transmuter stone.
immortality part.
Yeah.
And without the turning things to gold.
So we drop off the thing, then we go to Minfrey, tell her what happened, and go like, I'm sure you know which people we should talk to about all this, and I'm sure that'll be fine.
So
if
you all
not-
leave early in the morning to drop off the stone to the location that was given to Victor. I'm imagining Memphi makes it there just after you leave, and they're like, "Oh yeah, they're back." But they left.
Yeah. And I am deliberately taking some back roads and side streets on our way to there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So I want to ask Memphi, do you wait for them to get back, or do you frantically look for them?
I'm running around town looking for them.
What? It's like you don't trust us to go around unsupervised.
Okay.
There's other things.
All right. So you
Paladin
all
life.
go.
So,
The location that you do the drop off is somewhere in the low ward. I have a lot of scrolling to do. It is a newer section of the city, and it is located outside of the walls, which is probably why that place was selected, because less chances of some
Stone arm?
stone arm showing up while you're, passing this highly illegal stone around. Um, Fun fact, this place has been dubbed the oven by many of the locals because the heat waves that rush up from the obsidian plains hit this zone and make it extremely hot.
I definitely need to install an air conditioning unit in my armor. Shouldn't be too difficult, actually.
Does it your arm do like cold stuff, or does your arm just do?
And that's... Oh no, it does, which is why I'm saying it's not too difficult. I just have to figure out a way to circulate that inside my armor and vent it properly so that I wouldn't wind up, like freezing to death and then baking.
Okay.
Or you could just get used to it.
I mean, at the moment, I'm not even wearing my armor because I can doff it as an action. Don it and doff it.
We know, Iron Man.
Oh, shut up.
The other thing that's interesting about the Low Ward is that there's a lot of Devilkin living here. So River kind of fits in right in with the people here. There's a lot of like mistrust against Devilkin within the city, but out here it's like that's basically why most of the Devilkin have ended up living outside of the city.
And also because the heat don't bother them that much.
I mean, it's true. So you all go to the warehouse that was indicated, and there is a group of shady-looking, hooded individuals. They ask to see the gem.
Remember, have we worked out? Did they like? I'm trying to find your note here. Did they give any kind of
Identification.
Passphrase.
no, they didn't. Identification or passphrase or anything like that, so that I know that they're like you are the right people for this, right? And you do know what this is you're dealing with, right?
Yeah, the person who asked about the gem first kind of pulls out a small badge with an emerald spear on it.
Does it look legit?
Give me a perception check. As far as you can tell, yes. No one else knew that because the tip of the spear is a bigger organization. So the fact that they have a green spear matches the name on the note.
Okay. Sorry, can't be too careful, especially when hauling something like this around. He'll take the chalk out and draw the cabinet door on any kind of near flat surface and open it up and say, "Here it is. I very strongly advise you not to touch this directly."
You see him like look inside, but like hands way back, like no indication of trying to go for it. Kind of nods and nods to the ones behind him, and one of them kind of comes forward with a small coffer and offers it to you. If you it feels pretty heavy, and when you open it, it has 1,000 gold, or it looks like it has about 1,000 gold inside. And then two of the others go with like really thick-looking gloves and go pick the jewel up and put it in another box. Actually, it would probably be a bag of holding.
Safest way
Yeah,
to
that's
carry it.
fair.
Yeah.
So, do you want to put the coffer in your drawer, or do you want to put the coffer in my backpack?
I'll tuck that away in here. I'll put that in the cabinet.
Okay. And the one with that showed you the badge kind of nods to you and goes, "We'll be in contact." And he comes out with another badge and hands it to you. This one has a normal looking spear on it.
I'll take it and I'll take it and say, look forward to working with you more.
Likewise.
Just so you guys know, next time you're gonna try and do like a secret exchange, maybe don't look so,
Shady.
shady. Like, it was obvious noticing you guys.
Well, hey, now, shady is a matter of perspective. I mean, this is a unique fashion choice. Maybe it's like the trend where they're from.
Around here, you look really shady.
Yeah, dark hood out in the oven.
Well, they were inside the
but
warehouse.
still,
You don't know how they got there.
Regardless, they're in the oven. In the desert, you're supposed to probably wear cloaks of linen that can breathe and are light colored.
Maybe they came here at night. Who knows? Look, these don't really speak for Victor and stuff, so
I'm being nice here. I'm just saying.
You're insulting what they're wearing. Nice
Yeah,
to
kind of.
not meet you. Thanks for like the whole thing and treating Victor great. Now we're gonna go. Is that all right if we go? Is it good?
You
Okay.
should probably go.
Yeah. And Nala's just gonna like those two just like bop on that.
Doing great. Doing
River
great,
just
Nala.
follows behind Nala's like, I really was trying to give proper advice. They were kind of, sticking out with the cloaks.
You notice one of them is
have a
behind, just
point.
drawing a circle on the ground.
Yeah.
Huh. Does that
Yeah,
look
no,
almost like one? But it looks like no.
You already insulted
Trust
them.
me,
You don't get to stay.
I bet
wasn't trying to insult them. I was
I
trying
bet
to give
that's a teleportation
legitimate
circle.
criticism and advice. There's
Wait,
in fact a difference.
how would they? That's a really You just see Merrick like peek up
Nope.
again.
We're gone.
Oh yeah,
Come
we're
on.
walking away. Like, River is following Nala with no
Uh-huh.
issue. She's just trying to defend herself as she's walking.
Okay, look, I get it. Okay. Now that we're out of earshot, yeah, shady is like, the moon and back. But I've learned a few things and I've survived long enough by not calling the shady people shady to their face. So I know you're not from around here and stuff, and like we know each other. But yeah, just a tip of survival: when people are shady, don't tell them they're shady.
Tell them they're sus.
That's just dumb.
I know.
No, I'm talking about
River.
what Merrick just said.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I wanted to
Yeah.
see if you'd actually believe it.
Yeah. I know you were trying to be kind and all that type of stuff, but yeah.
Okay.
9 times out of 10, we got lucky. It was the 1 time out of 10 that we didn't, get stabbed by calling shady people shady.
I mean, if they tried to stab us, I'd just electrocute them.
Yeah. I look. Okay, look, let's just go find Minfie
Oh,
and
yeah.
do the other part.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Let's do that.
Victor is following us, right? We didn't leave him
Yes.
behind? Okay.
No.
I like how Earl is just a blob of shadow on me.
Yep. The void. Look at the void.
He is a good boy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, where are you looking for Miffy?
We're gonna go back to where we were expecting to meet her.
So the inn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, she's not there.
On the way back, realizing, we probably should have maybe left word of that we at least were
Oh.
going out.
Wait,
Nope.
Oh!
did we do that?
I thought Victor did that. Victor, did you not do that?
Huh.
I didn't say I did, so.
Oh, man.
Okay. Well, I'm sure it's fine. She's probably just getting a morning drink.
Something stronger if she realizes what we were up to.
She's not going to. We weren't up to anything. We just dealt with some stuff.
Oh, okay.
No,
We're
well,
out
she's
combing
got
the desert.
Okay, look, here we go. we knew about you knew about a possible way home in the desert.
Mhm.
So we were just looking at this stuff in the desert,
And we found a cult
and we
dealt
found the
with
cult. And yes, so we have to tell her we went to the desert.
it. Mhm.
I know we had to give her plausible deniability because we don't want her arm to fall off and stuff. So
We just found a
Um,
cult and dealt with the cult. That's all we did.
exactly, and
Uh-huh.
we'll tell.
Well,
Yeah.
and we rescued some people.
That's
Yeah,
dealing with the
see?
cult.
Yes.
It kind of actually goes in with that, considering we dealt with the cult and released the prisoners.
So, besides Minfie, who has the highest passive perception in the party?
16.
14.
14.
Yeah, just 14.
Okay. Victor. Cat. Let me.
Bite
Does
his
it
ear.
want to?
On the way back, you notice there's like these like wanted posters every now and then, the typical thing. But there's like this one wanted poster that you pass that has a bunch of people in front of it. And you're like, oh, that's weird. You keep walking and eventually you find one that kind of catches your eye for another reason, and you kind of do like a double take. Because the biggest word on how the biggest word on these is usually the name of the person that's being searched for? That catches your eye because this one says Mega.
Well, that didn't take long. Ugh.
What didn't take
Yeah, no,
long?
it really did.
Huh?
And you turn to look at it
orc
properly.
camp-
Oh,
yeah.
go ahead.
Like, what's it fully say on it?
Well, you go to look at it, and it goes Wanted, Mega the Brash, and I don't know the rest because cat's on me. The important part is that underneath it says 20,000 gold, dead or alive. Mega the Brash, the orc pirate and scourge of Ghostholm, for murder, theft, extortion, sabotage, kidnapping of a noble's daughter, and prison break.
Son
And then
of
at
a
the
bitch!
and then at the bottom it says seek Barik Mansuri of Castlegrass for details.
Oh, we're gonna need details.
Let's find
Yeah.
Minfie first. Maybe she
Yeah.
knows details already.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Minfie, cult stuff, Mega.
Yes.
There we go. I have to have a
MCM.
working to-do.
Got it.
Perfect.
MCM?
Minty
Minfie.
cult stuff mega.
Cult Mega.
All right. So I think what happens is you decide to go back to the inn that you're all staying at, and Minfie has decided to, go back because she heard someone saying that they were heading in that direction, and she spots you all entering the inn. And
Yeah, she just kind of like
assume-
jogs to catch up.
yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
good.
we've-
Yeah. Where did you go this morning?
Had a bit of an errand that needed taken care of. Sorry, should have left word.
Oh, no, that's okay. Have you seen all the posters and all the stuff that happened while you were
One
gone?
in particular, yeah.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah. Well, speaking of problems, we've got one problem that's sort of a problem, but not anymore. And I'm just gonna reach into my backpack and pull out one of the cloaks and masks. So, yeah, yesterday when we went to try and find a way for River to go home, we stumbled upon a cult.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and they had the bones of an angel, and they were opening a portal to the other.
Yeah, shit was weird. Do you know anyone we could, report
Talk to
this
about it?
to? Because,
And do you know anybody in the Church of Usteos, the God of Judgment? Because the bones that they were using to open the portal were of one of his angels, and we're pretty sure he'd be really pissed
Yeah.
that they're still there.
So we left the bones there respectfully,
Uh-huh.
but
It was
someone who,
probably a really good idea.
yeah, But we figured maybe you know where we could talk to people who worship that god, who could, give proper respect to the bones and make sure,
They're not desecrated again.
Yeah, that.
DM, do I know anybody? Do I even recognize Ustios?
You would. Ustios is a god of judgment, so he's probably, at least referred to a lot when it comes to passing judgment. And as a stone arm, that you'd be familiar with him.
Okay. Do I know anybody in particular that we could report this to that would be able to take the remains of said angel?
There is no proper temple of Ustos in the city, though I'd imagine that the stone arms would have possibly a cleric of Ustos working for them in the courts. So that would be one possibility. Other than that, I believe you'd have like the main Ustusian temple is in Aruketa.
Okay. So I might know some people that could help with this. I think we just report it to generally the stone arms, and maybe they can send out either a cleric or they can guard the remains until someone of the church could come out and take them. Yeah, I think you can just report it to. I mean, I can report it to my higher ups.
Yeah.
I mean, we should come with you because we'll have to tell them where it is. But
I mean, yes,
and
you
also we'd
probably
have
will.
to report the actual cultist activity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is everybody okay? That sounds really terrifying.
It was.
It was scary, but we're fine.
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. Missed you.
Okay.
Miss
Yeah,
Miss
I
having
missed.
you, but yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
Yeah.
guess we're gonna go fight Mega again together. So
Well, that's
Yeah.
okay. I'm gonna make sure that he gets hit real good.
Why? How did he
Yeah.
escape? How
I
is
don't know. I
escaping
was gone for like
possible?
Because he's a pest. And
I was
pests always
the
find a
only-
way out.
Yeah, that's very true, actually.
But I thought you guys turned prisoners to stone.
I don't.
Not till after their
The trial
their
type
trial.
thing.
Oh. Couldn't you
I'll
have, like,
probably
just
tell-
turned his legs to stone so he couldn't, run off?
I don't know if it works that way.
Had to ask.
Well,
I mean,
mean,
that's
good.
it's a good idea. Maybe I'll drop it in the suggestion box.
Yeah. So Minfy, take us to your higher ups. We'll tell them about the cult, and then we will ask them about what happened to Mega since we brought him in.
Okay. I'll quick step it over to my people, I guess.
Okay. So you're gonna head to the stone arms?
Yes.
Okay.
And I apologize, I don't have my notes with me, but I feel like I spoke with someone the last time I came to report, so maybe finding that person.
Yeah. Luckily, the name is in the Chronica thing.
Oh, that's right.
That would be Safura. Safura El-Khoury, which is your
Perfect.
sergeant in the Stone Arms. Okay.
Yeah, if I could find him, I would definitely do so.
Oh.
Uh-oh. That.
Hmm. Oh no.
I don't like the dice rolling.
Me either.
Okay.
Suspicious.
All right, we're gonna skip that. Okay, so you guys continue onwards towards
Yeah.
there. As you're going there, you notice like two dwarves that have this like large cart pulled by some red striped thornfoots. They are the cart is filled with what looks like statues.
Prisoner transport.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what.
Okay.
Well, what you notice, especially Mimphy, you notice that these statues have blue paint stripes across their back.
And that's not normal, I assume.
That means that the criminals that have been turned to statues have served their time, but no one came to claim them. So they're being
Oh,
taken to the petrified labyrinth to be placed there because you don't get unpetrified unless someone pays the bail,
Sure.
and no one paid their bail, so they're getting shipped to.
Did they like send out a notice like, "Hey, your cousin Jody has served their term. Come pay 50 gold
Release them.
pieces to release them." Like, do they send
Yes.
anything out like that?
Yeah, and there's a pretty like there's a period where they wait for someone to show up, and if no one does show up to pay, then they're taken to the basically long-term area that is the petrified labyrinth.
Oh, I don't know if I want to look that hard.
Mhm.
Do I see the woman that we got arrested? I feel like it was a woman.
No, you
Okay.
don't. These
Okay, that's
are
good.
these look like criminals.
Okay. Okay. I was gonna be real upset.
Considering her crime, she probably wouldn't have spent time as a statue
Okay. Okay, that's good.
unless they found out that she had done more than steal. What was it?
Right.
Food. Yeah, no, she probably
Yeah.
is going to spend like a couple weeks in the normal jail and then yeah. Petrification is usually kept for more extreme serious crimes, yeah.
AKA like murderers, hard thieves,
Violent
Yeah.
crimes.
Yeah.
transmutists.
Kidnapping nobles' daughters, breaking out of jail.
Yeah.
No, because obviously that
Yeah, that-
didn't hold
yeah,
them so
that.
well.
Well, he was waiting for his trial.
Yeah, well,
Well, let's
Mhm.
find out what happened.
Waiting. All right.
Right, yeah,
So
we keep
you
moving.
go to see it. It takes a bit, but she finally lets you into her office. Well, lets the five of you into the office. Minfy.
Okay. Master
What?
Authority.
Oh, is this your
Um,
group of?
Yes, this is the crew. They helped put Mega behind bars for a relatively short amount of time. They have something to report to you, and I thought it would be important for you to hear.
Okay. More important than Mega escaping.
Mm,
It's more of
I
like
mean,
a
that's second on the list.
yeah, it's like a 1A, 1B
Yeah, one after another.
situation. Yeah, like so
Exactly.
1A is like a desert here, and like Nala be like, okay, like here in the desert, we went this way. So we had to lead on something, and when we went in, we weren't expecting cultists, but they were there, and they had kidnapped like kids from around, like teenagers, and like sacrificed them. I don't want to get too
Oh, you
much.
didn't tell me this.
Yeah. That's why we decided that then they attacked us, and we had to take care of them in a violently manner. But So there's a mask, from the mask. Yeah, that's great. And then, but there's like
Mask,
angel bones.
cloaks.
There's some angel bones. We have them respectively to Eustace, and yeah, like thought, we rescued some people. We got some of them out that were, still alive. Yay. So yeah, thought you should know about that. Maybe, like maybe that was just like one chapter of this cult. So, want to make sure that there aren't any other chapters in the area. So yeah.
And make sure that no one can get those bones again. We thought the best place
Yeah.
to, someone to help properly respect angel bones would be a church.
Okay.
Throughout this entire time, Merrick is just pulling out the entirety of the masks and the cloaks, and also a stack of notes that were descriptions of the people who were sacrificed and the cultists, and pretty much descriptions of everything around in the cult thing itself.
Are we going to give him the book that we got too?
The one that.
The one.
Oh,
That's
the one
in
River's been reading.
Creed of Iron, yeah.
I mean, that depends on River.
She's
But
probably
yeah.
still reading it.
Most of what Merrick has are physical descriptions of everything around, but
Okay. Well, I'm impressed. This is a lot of information, and I am sure I will have someone look more into it, and I will have the Usos Temple alerted about the bones so they can be retrieved. Good job. I can see why Memphi decided to work with you. I would suggest then, since you seem to be so good at doing this kind of thing, that you hurry to find Tree by the Lake, as Barik Mansuri wanted you all specifically to go after Mega again.
with pleasure.
Yes.
You'll find him at the northern end of the bazaar. Just look for the Mansuri wine shop.
One last thing, whoever does go back to that temple to take care of the angel bones and clean up the place, they should. It'd be good if they go armed. There were some strange constructs in there as well. Not sure. I mean, the cult was controlling one of them. Not really sure how they work or if they operate on their own, but they were a bit of a handful. So don't want anybody else just wandering in there carelessly.
So, did Merrick or anybody actually discover that they weren't actual constructs, but instead abominations or monstrosities or wherever they were? Because Merrick was looking for a way to control them, because that's normally how constructs
Yeah,
operate.
I think Merrick was the one that discovered that they were.
They're aberrations, right?
Yeah.
They technically weren't constructs, actually, because most of the time constructs have some way to control them. It looked like they were summoned aberrations, but it also looked like they only acted if commanded by the person who summoned them. And he's kind of dead.
But you want to be careful in case someone goes there before, you guys get there and...
Or maybe another part of the cult who was a part of the summoning of them was there, because usually if you summon that many, there's likely to be more than one involved.
I think there were about 6 of them.
12.
Oh.
Possibly up to 12. You didn't actually open to see.
We
if
didn't
they
actually
were
open
there,
the other door, but it's likely that there were 12
were a
if
lot.
the other room was anything like the last one.
But thank you for telling us where to go look for this person. We should probably head there now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember who you're looking for and where?
Mansuri.
Yeah.
South
at the
of
bazaar.
At the end
The
of
wine. Yeah, bazaar wine shop.
Yep.
Okay. So, because you're going to be walking around the city a lot,
we have a black screen, by the way, Carter.
Yep.
We don't have vision.
That's
Yay, we have vision.
Okay. So the Dick Bazaar is at number 14, and I guess we'll use Minfy.
Yay! I love those fucking tokens.
You're at the northern end of the bazaar, where you find Tree by the Lake, a male tiefling who was working the wine shop, and the wine shop seems to be rather busy, but not for the reasons you'd expect. No one's buying wine. You see a group of burly-looking individuals leaving as you approach, and they're already strategizing. No, let's split up and get some information. We have to figure out where he went. And they just walk past you as you approach. And when you enter the wine shop, you see this devilkin who like before the like ringing of the door, because you open the door and it's like sing. He was apparently just flat on the desk.
Poor
Poor
guy.
thing.
And he just like lifts it up. Come in.
Busy day for you, huh?
Oof.
Yes. Kind of looks you guys over. Wait a minute. Are you the lot that actually captured Mega in the first place?
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh good. Oh good. Yeah. Well, by now you probably know there's the bounty is 20,000 gold, and
Mhm.
we don't have too much information. But I can give you what we know.
Please and thank you. And I'm gonna take out a notebook and a quill, poise it to write.
There's been so many people asking about information.
You know,
there's
maybe you should put together a document. It'll save you the trouble of having to actually explain it every time somebody comes in.
Yeah, probably.
And you could probably charge a couple coppers for it.
Anyway, any information you got is great.
Okay. What we believe is that some kind of shapeshifter helped him out of jail.
Son of a bitch.
Mm,
Don't say.
God damn it.
I'm gonna
Oh.
punch her face in.
Okay. And probably magic. That's the only way, honestly, that he got past the guards.
Okay.
The city has gone into lockdown. Which means if he left the city, it had to be during the time that the illusion spell lasted. There was an illusion that made it seem as if he was inside his cell.
And how long did that last?
And how long ago did he go missing? Or was he when was he discovered to have gone?
He was discovered gone this morning. Well, not this morning, yesterday. So it's been by now it's been a day. But we didn't go public with this until yesterday afternoon. Once it was certain that he was not within the city. The illusion spell, we don't know what illusion spell it was, but so that would be up to you to find out how long it may have lasted.
Any sightings of a big bird?
Not that I know of.
It's unlikely that he would have gotten one of his giant vultures to get him out, but
Well, if he went outside of the city.
honestly, I'm not sure that he would go outside on land. Because isn't there a bay?
Yeah, pretty big one.
I could totally see him having gone to the bay and
Well,
sneaking out that way.
I don't want to say this in front of this guy.
we do know that the other 10 orcs that were captured during the raid that are still in the dungeon. They are all now sentenced to be petrified in the Yard of Deterrence on the Day of Tigers.
Out of character, when is that?
Last day of the week.
Okay. Do we want to
The
try
orcs that were questioned told the Stone Arms that Mega's first mate, Gluronk, was missing from the raid on Jando's Spire. It's likely that Gluronk was carrying an object of great importance.
Yeah.
And there's rumors among the captured orcs that Mega has a brother who lives north of the Basilisk's spine. And that's probably where Gluronk was headed.
I'm furiously writing all this down.
How do you spell his mate's name?
Gluronk.
Okay.
All right. What else do I have? If you kill Mega, we do need his head to be identifiable through divination enchantments. So make sure you bring that back. And whatever item he might have. There have been a lot of people asking about it. Most of it is riffraff, and I don't really expect much of them, but there have been another 8 well-known bounty hunter and bounty hunting groups involved in this hunt. You are all a bit behind them. But
it's annoying.
If you need any
Still.
information, I can.
Yeah, I'd like to know what you know about those bounty hunting groups.
Well, there's Jacob, Harlow, and Bruce. They have captured orcs that have kidnapped nobles before. They're pretty arrogant, but pretty good at tracking people down. The Onyx Triad is also after him. Group of humans. They're part of some kind of secret society. I would not cross them. They're dangerous and savage.
Is that a group I would have heard of?
Probably not. But yeah, he warns you. If they think you're competitors, they may just try to kill you to make sure that they get the bounty.
Are we allowed to kill them back?
That depends on your.
No, I love.
We'll
love your
try to
enthusiasm,
just
but-
disable.
Yeah, we
But
can
I
just.
will not. If I have to choose between us and them, it's gonna be us every
Oh
time.
yeah, I mean, sure, fine, that's fine.
There's also Lemaine de la Morte. He's a lone
Ooh.
hunter. He likes painting blue handprints on the corpses of those he kills. He's probably worse because he doesn't like being followed, and if he realizes you are following him, he will probably want to stop and kill you before continuing.
That's okay. We'll just kill him first.
So why are all these hunters assholes?
Because that's how you survive.
They're
as a
bounty
hunter.
hunters.
It's
Yes.
all right. You know the people who are the most competitive in your community and who like to argue and like to fight and like to win. That's bounty hunters, all of them.
It's their way.
It's their livelihood. It's their trade. That's what they do.
There's also a very nice looking half elf girl called Tiriana Phelan. She's pretty interesting.
Interesting. How
Though
so?
I think you might have trouble locating her.
How is she interesting?
Well, she was very charming. You see him kind of go a bit red.
Oh. What does she look like?
Hey,
That
we
won't
don't
help
need
you
to find.
much.
Look, we
No?
don't need to find them. We need to find Mega. So now, time of disappearance, really don't know, right? Not too sure because of the illusion spell.
Correct.
So the stone arms, do they have like a main magic person that has gone over there and gone like, "Ooh, this is the type of magic it was," and when it was cast?
We know it was illusion magic. We don't know when it was cast, and honestly, there's no magic to tell that. The stone arms are pretty busy, though I do know that there is one stone arm who has taken on this, the task of locating him, other than Minfi here, Ember in the Dark.
Name ring a bell?
Yes, because he's the very first Devilkin to be knighted. He's from the lower ward.
What's their name again?
Ember in the Dark.
Ember in the Dark.
I love these names.
All of Devilkin tieflings have names like that.
I know. I like tieflings already. This is great.
But as far as locating where he is, I mean, you have honestly two options: looking for any clues within the city as to where he went, or tracking down one of the other bounty groups that have already been tracking him and follow them.
That I would not recommend doing that one unless we can not find anything else.
Let's leave
That'd
that
be a
as
last
plan
resort.
D.
Yeah.
Let's look at
Sure.
this plan.
Yeah.
That's
Why?
good.
Because you have to ask yourself why
Yeah.
you're doing it.
Well, if you're going to do that, then you may as well start at the city dungeon. Either that or
Yeah.
trying to gather information around the city.
Uh-huh.
And
Thanks.
is Nadia safe?
Nadia's safe, yes.
Good.
Well, thank you much,
Mm.
Tree by the Lake. And
Let's go.
when we get
Yeah.
outside, and Nala's gonna like, okay, I got like weird ideas, so I think we should
Okay.
like someplace in the corner here.
I like weird ideas.
Okay, so one, don't we know that magic guy who wants the book? Can we find him?
Well, that's
We may not want to.
Why not?
Even if we could.
That's
He's
3
the
days
one
travel
who-
north.
It'd take us way out of our way.
Oh. Okay. All right. Two. Victor, I know you just like made friends with them, but they seem to like know people who know people who know people. So
Contacts?
Yeah.
can your new
Couldn't hurt to ask. Sorry.
because
I mean, at this point, can we assume that Meg is going after the book?
Isn't
That's-
the
Yeah.
first mate the one
that's
who had the book?
Yeah.
well here's the thing. I think there's magic to like do stuff and see stuff, and we need so yeah. Again, they can. I know we want to like go to prison and stuff, but I was just trying to like think outside of like maybe thoughts that the other bounty hunters hadn't had.
Right.
Wait a minute. Do we know anyone else who would have knowledge like Nadia? Who isn't, a noble that's going to be noticed disappearing immediately? Because doesn't he still need info on the book? Wouldn't he go towards someone who would, maybe be able to understand? Yeah, that. Because we know a little bit about the item he has, and we know it's important, and we know he's interested in it. Wherever he's going has to do with that book.
Yeah. And we know about the book, and the others don't.
Yeah, that's our big advantage at this point, is we have a little bit more information already. So, I guess, do we know of anybody in Castlegrass that has that kind of knowledge?
What kind of knowledge?
Knowledge
Magic
that would be
knowledge.
useful for the book. Like Nadia did.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one. And then, like, people who know magic stuff.
Besides the one person you know of, that probably is the last person Mega would go to, unless he was planning to, again, try and kill him, but you're not really sure. All you know is that the Tree by the Lake mentioned that Gluronk was looking for and that Mega has a brother who lives north of the Basilisk Spine, and that's possibly where Mega was headed.
Oh, I thought you said it was possibly where Gluronk was headed.
Yes, with the book.
So,
if Mega wants to get the book again, he has to go there as well.
Mm.
The problem is you don't know exactly where that is, and if I can put you guys on the map.
Basilisk Spine is big.
And
Two
far away.
things. Basilisk Spine is big. It is extremely far away. So if he was heading for the Basilisk Spine, he will not be going necessarily directly, and also there's quite a few different places where he like could travel towards the Basilisk Spine depending on where in the Basilisk Spine he was headed. Because if he's going, like, he could be going along the coast or taking a ship or whatever if he was going to the western side. But if it was on the eastern side, then he'd be heading into central Omeria and possibly even towards Kola. So a lot of options. It doesn't exactly narrow it down, besides the fact that he probably didn't go south or, east, directly east. He's heading north, but where?
Okay.
So,
where and how, I guess, because, yeah.
I mean, he has a big bird.
You also, if I put you back on the
We
Castlegrass.
also don't know necessarily if he's actually using them, because that's a pretty big identifier.
True. You also know that 18 is where the city dungeon was. That's where he was located. He had to make his way out of the city first. And that's probably, like, knowing how he left the city would give you a pretty good clue as to where he was headed.
He went. Mm-hmm.
That's a good point. We might want to.
Did he take the docks? Did he go south? Did he go north? Did he go east? Like,
did he go in the bay?
Yeah, there are multiple ways to get out of the city.
Well, we should definitely. Hey, Karu, so that magic item shop that we had, it had scrolls too, didn't it?
Yes.
Would it have had, I don't know, say like a divination scroll, or...
Those are probably illegal, aren't they?
Or scrying.
Aren't those, restricted in this world? Divination magic, or...?
It's transmutation, enchantment are the two ones that are really super restricted.
Right.
AKA illegal to even know anything about them.
And transmutation.
Yeah,
you said transmutation.
Transmutation and enchantment.
Yeah.
Those were the pinnacles, and then obviously like necromancy, maybe? If only not just because it's distasteful.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, so...
Yeah, that's what I mean. What are those things? To like go and see where he went, that type of thing. And also, we know what the shapeshifter actually looks like. Looks like.
I think
Yeah.
the magic you're suggesting is too powerful for something we can do.
Oh,
But that's why I was wondering if look, if we have to go north back to Haver, I mean that's where the magic guy is, and then Victor made a whole bunch of new friends. So that's why I was like proposing.
Maybe we check the jail first. We might get more
Yeah.
information.
and
Yes,
then
jail first.
and then after that we could swing around, or at least Victor could swing around and check with his friends.
Yep. Might also be worth
We
checking
don't
the
want to make
docks.
them too antsy.
Right. Might also be
Yeah,
worth checking the
that's
docks and see
fair.
if any ships have left,
And
especially ones
to
going
see if there was
north.
any gossip.
Mm-hmm.
Or if
Okay.
any ships have gone missing, maybe.
Dungeon first.
Yes.
Okay, so let's. All right. City dungeons. You are, once you identify yourselves, and it helps that you have Memphi with you, you are brought to the captain, the leader of the militia, Captain Farida Allah. How can I help you? It's so cute.
Thank you.
I assume you hear about the mega deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'll give like a deep bow, and I'll be like, yeah, we're kind of the ones who put him here in the first place, so we'd like to bring him back. Do you have any information about, which way he might have gone?
Unfortunately, no. There is one. Well, you probably already have all the information we gave to Mansuri's person. There is one thing, though, that has been being talked about a lot in among the guards and caretakers of this place. They noticed a bunch of blackbirds that appeared right after we let people know that Mega had escaped. Hundreds of them. And they were in the courtyard areas and like just blanketing everything about like 10 minutes before flying towards the east. They're not common this far south. Supposedly, I heard that they were also not seen at the vineyard east of the city.
This all happened the afternoon that Mega escaped. He escaped possibly in the morning, left an illusion. We kind of looked around to make sure he wasn't in the city, and told the people, and the crows showed up.
Correct.
Okay, that is a weird sequence of events.
Very.
That's all I have for you. Muted.
Is it possible for us to see his cell?
I can show you the cell, though I don't think you're going to find much there.
Probably not, but you never know.
Did the crows leave like feathers or like droppings behind, or was it like they showed up and then they were entirely gone? No trace.
No, they left feathers and droppings.
With the illusion, did it make any kind of sounds, or did it interact with anything, or did it just sit there?
Hard to tell, but as far as I know, it's very possible that it didn't. It just was. It seemed fine. It looked like the two guards were there and Mega was there, and then suddenly the gate was open and one of the guards was dead inside.
Do you know the name of the other guard?
We did find the other guard dead as well, but outside.
Probably promised them stuff and was like, nope, dead.
We suspect that what happened is that this shapeshifter killed the first guard, took their place inside, disabled the second guard, and then helped Mega escape.
Was anything missing on either of the guards? Their items at all?
No, besides the keys. No, the keys to the cell, they wouldn't even have taken it. The
Okay.
keys were dropped there.
But no one saw Mega walk out.
No.
So he escapes. Then it's the birds.
The birds didn't show up until we had alerted, until we had posted the first wanted posters.
We might want to go to the vineyards. Maybe they saw even a more better direction of which way the birds headed.
Any guards missing or not show up for work today? Any possibility this might have been?
Besides the two that were killed, no.
So no thought that this might have all been, some kind of inside job in some way.
Yeah. Anyone all of a sudden asked for a vacation?
No. Considering the two guards that were protecting Mega were killed, we think it was just the work of that shapeshifter.
Huh. So did they go under the prison tunnels or something, or?
No clue as to how they left, but it is possible that they used some kind of illusion magic to make Mega look like the second guard, and then they would have just had to walk right out.
Wouldn't that have been a little suspicious? Would any of the other guards have seen the two guards walking at the time?
If they did, they haven't spoken up.
Huh.
Were these the only two guards that had been guarding Mega at the time he was here? Were there shifts or just these two?
There were shifts, but the other guards that had other shifts have been questioned with nothing interesting.
Okay, so it wouldn't have necessarily maybe looked that unusual if they were seen walking out or walking toward the exit or something.
Yeah, others may have just assumed that they had finished their watch.
So did you always have the same guards guarding him?
I mean, they get switched out, but I had the more trustworthy guards protecting Mega because of Mansuri's influence. We didn't want him escaping, so I had my best men working the rotation, which means that the rotation is a lot smaller.
Because here's the thing, the shapeshifter to get in, because they would have had to have come in here as someone, right?
Correct.
So that's what I mean. Any odd visitors, that's what I'm asking about if somebody else is on vacation, because there could be a third guard.
We found the one guard outside of the barracks. He probably left to take a drink and was replaced then.
But they still had to have gotten into the barracks.
Just pretend to be someone for 10 minutes. You're not going to notice.
Well, they killed the first guard outside of the barracks, took that guard's place, went inside the barracks.
And then did the second one on the way out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You might want to look at how you do guard stuff. Because look, this is a time when look, you're professionals. But this is
I was not expecting one of my best guards to be taken down by a shapeshifter and replaced by them.
So that's what I'm asking. Like, what if they took up the place of someone that guard knew? That's why I'm asking if there's somebody else missing. You come up as a friend. You're like, hey, Joe. Oh, Joe, you killed me. And then now the shapeshifter is now Joe. And then they come in because I think that's how you come as a friend.
Isn't that
Why
what
would they
we're-
need?
Yeah. You left the barracks. You got killed. That person became you. Like, they could have just looked like some random person. Like, you're not going to know every single person outside of the barracks. And you're not
If you
gonna...
go out for a drink and someone approaches you and kills you, like, it doesn't matter how that someone looks.
Yeah. And then they just went back into the barracks as that person, and no one would question it.
While they were on duty?
No, it was when they were not on duty.
Yeah, they probably, just started the shift like the person was supposed to. And then once they were there on the shift, they killed the other person. Basically, during their off time, they got killed. And that's what happened.
Oh.
I think for now, we've got all the info we can get from here, though.
Yeah.
So we're following the birds?
Might be a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
At least figure out which way they went. Maybe go to the vineyards and just check to see if anyone who saw them, out in relative open knows anything more.
Yeah, I have a sequencing thing. That's why I make lists. Like, we do this first. Might as well let y'all know this. Like reason why I'm like, do this first and do this second is like I have like a sequencing thing, which is why I like the whole barracks thing. So sorry about that. And yeah, I have that. Sorry.
It's okay.
Nope, it's fine.
problem.
Well, good luck finding him.
Thank you. We'll do our best.
Yes. All right. Follow the birds.
To the vineyard.
Yep.
You okay, Nala?
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, I think you did a really good job. You like interrogated him.
It's okay. You don't have to look. I
No,
already
you
know
like had
sometimes
to
I
make
sound.
sure. No, you had to make sure he got a story straight, and he said the same thing every time. So now we know he isn't lying, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Miffy just keeps walking.
Okay.
Man,
To the
Yeah.
vineyards!
All right, so the vineyards are at
You're
21.
muted.
No,
No, she's not.
no, she's not. Now she is.
What the fuck?
I can't
Okay.
see
Here.
one.
Oh, good. That's not good because she's the one streaming.
The fuck?
Can you hear us?
There we go.
Hello.
That was weird. I think I might have hit a button on my keyboard that I didn't know existed.
That happens.
Okay, so on the way to the vineyards, because you're at 18, you pass by the bazaar again.
Uh-huh.
Guessing you go towards the Sunrise Gate. past the maktaba.
Probably.
Yep. I'm starting to think he might have taken his bird. Because if there's a big group of birds up in the sky, no one will notice one other big bird in the sky. It'll just be kind of all clumped together, wouldn't they?
I mean, I guess.
It would be hard to see, but at the same time, that's a large bird and an orc that you're hiding.
Yeah.
As you're crossing the bazaar, Victor, you overhear two halflings that are like huddled together, and one's going, "It seems crazy to travel along the leash and through the Lost Dragon Pass. Such a large bounty on his head." And then you kind of pass him.
What?
Oh, whoa, hang on. You said travel on. You said travel on a leash.
Yeah. He mentioned the leash and the Lost Dragon Pass. Do you want to stop and listen in?
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind making it lingering for a moment.
Okay. You
Over
kind
here
of like
more.
fall back a bit and linger, and the second halfling goes, "Well, there's the less traveled and more dangerous one through the desolation to Kola. That might make more sense." And then they kind of like look up at you and just like scurry off.
Well, a couple places. That's interesting information. A couple places he could have gone, or routes he could have gone anyway. Um,
Hmm. Anything interesting?
yeah, kind of wanted. What'd you say, Joe?
I was just asking if there's anything interesting, since you kind of.
Oh, yeah, just maybe nothing. Maybe a couple people talking about ways this scumbag may have gone to get to the Basilisk Spire. The Leash, the Lost Dragon Pass, and the Desolation of Kola.
Desolation of Didymaya to Kola.
Maya, rather.
Oh.
Those go in a lot of different directions, don't they?
Oh, can we have picked up a couple of feathers?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
What was the other one? I got the leash, the desolation of Kola, and what?
Lost Dragon Pass.
Ah. That was not anything like what I wrote. Okay.
Do you guys have a map? Did I put...
Ooh, stop that.
No, you do not. Okay. Let me see if there's like a local map area. So you would know that the leash, I believe, is the I just put you guys. Oh, I don't have this. Would be this area here. So basically, they were talking about one option would be going this way and through the pass that crosses the basilisk spine. And then the other option would be going this direction first and then going north. And what they were referring to was going this way is with a 20k bounty on your head is dangerous because you're passing through too many areas that you could be spotted and captured. So it would make more sense to go through a deserted area that no one likes to go through.
Because it's more dangerous.
And Kola, you know, is a basically, for the most part, a ghost city because of an incident that happened there and the city is being slowly consumed by some kind of black hole.
Oh. Well,
Black
that's
hole.
not good.
Good. Alright.
Well, and if we're going with this theory that the bird that he's traveling on his big vulture with the big pack of birds, they're heading east, that would tilt towards Kola. Well,
Yeah, I feel like that makes sense. I don't know if he's on his bird though. I feel like
I feel like
the
that's too
crows were
obvious.
probably more of just. Yeah, I feel like the crows are more of a distraction than anything. They could have helped hide. Why would they show up? I don't know. So weird. I feel like they helped him escape. But
Yeah,
why would
he
they
could.
show up immediately after they just announce, like, hey, we have a bounty on his head, and then they show up? Like, why not earlier when he actually escaped? Unless the two
Give
incidents
me
Unless,
Wait,
What
what
if
if
a
you
bounty
hid out in
hunter can
town?
control him?
or what if
Oh.
one of his allies what if one of his allies was like a druid or something who could actually communicate through those birds or had them listen?
Or what
There
if
are
he hid out? All of a sudden, like, oh, people know I've escaped. All these bounty hunters have left town. Now I can go.
That's really
give
smart.
me a history check.
okay.
All of
Who?
us?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I get to make one too.
Woo!
Let's see how this
17 for me.
goes.
11.
Yeah. Yeah.
17.
14.
Yeah.
Fritz Vernala, I have a sequencing issue.
Merrick, as
Yes.
as these guys are talking about the birds, you recall that there's a really, really dangerous bounty hunter called the Black Bird.
Oh. So dangerous as in powerful, or dangerous as in we don't want to encounter him ourselves?
Both. Also, here's a
Yay.
What do I know about him because of that?
this one's slightly more detailed than the overhead map we have. What do you know about him? Let me just scroll through. He's a mysterious tracker. No one has ever really seen him or her, but those who think they have say that he's got like they saw like a shadow with glowing eyes.
Right.
The reason he's called the Black Bird is because whenever he's going somewhere, dozens or hundreds of small black birds arrive first.
Oh. So, and whenever he's leaving somewhere, I presume that they leave first. I'm gonna relay this to the party. Be like, so there was another bounty hunter that uses those black birds. They kind of herald their arrival and departure, but
Good.
but nobody has ever actually really seen them. The only thing they know is that birds are involved, and that's why they're called the blackbird. They're also
Okay.
very, very, very dangerous.
Well, they were heading east, so maybe they know something. At least we know the birds aren't connected to Megan necessarily.
Not necessarily, but they're connected to a bounty hunter who may or may not have more information on him. but also one that we may or may not want to involve ourselves with. It depends on you guys.
Yeah, I think the less we get the less we can get tangled up with other bounty hunters, probably the better off we'll be.
Agreed.
Yeah, let's see if somebody witnessed the birds coming this way and where they might have gone. Yeah.
Okay. So you're heading towards the vineyard. This is Atik El Ofi's winery. He's one of the no, he is the wealthiest independent winemaker in Castle Grasp. He has the best-selling Central Amerian wine on the continent.
It's good.
And then there's other people who call it cheap dog wine, but that's usually his competitors.
Of course.
Of course.
Sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you're on a roll there, drawing everyone.
Well, why not? Well, if I drew Merrick and then I was like, you know what? I want to draw all of them. Why not?
Okay, I need to read this. Do we want to go on a 10-minute break?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes, please.
We will be right back. And we are back.
Welcome back, folks. The party is headed towards the vineyard, and it doesn't take too long for you to locate the owner of said vineyard, unless you were looking for someone else. If
Nope.
you wanted to talk to just like regular staff. But Elofi does like walking around his vineyard, and you are greeted by him. He notices that you have a Castle Graspian stone arm with you. How can I help you?
He's probably talking to Minfrey, right? Or is he talking to all of us?
Probably,
Yeah, he's talking
though,
to
in
Minfrey.
Oh.
like to Mim,
Okay.
he's looking at Mimfy, but kind of like encompassing the group.
Mm-hmm.
If he kind of like looks around at the groups, like,
Yeah,
Um,
you're the paladin.
oh, okay. Yeah, we are investigating the escape of Mega. And we heard about a flock of crows that might have passed this direction, and
black
we think Mega
birds.
might have gone.
Blackbirds.
Yeah. We just would like to hear
They did
what
more than
you have to
pass.
say.
Oh.
Oh,
What? Oh,
Uh-oh.
They
Notebook.
attacked one of my people's homes.
What?
what?
They killed Tail of the Dragon, his wife, and one of his children. Only
Oh,
one of
shit.
his kids survived, and I am taking care of her now.
But why?
Yeah. Wait.
I don't
What-
know.
did this happen before? Did it happen like on the way to the city, or did it happen like?
I don't know. All I know is that I was told by my staff that a murder of black birds came down on Tail of the Dragon's home.
I'm laughing at the pun, and it's really not appropriate, but the murder of crows was too accurate. This is me out of character. This is just Nina being stupid, but it's not appropriate. Where is this house located? Where was the attack?
He is 2 miles north of the vineyard.
Okay. And you said you're taking care of
His
the...
remaining daughter, Tears in the Rain, is now living with us. I have adopted her for the time being, but she's just a tiny child. She's only 8 years old. I haven't let any of the other bounty hunters question her, though I did let your companion, Ember in the Dark, see her.
Right, because he was already working on it.
Yeah. Okay. Would you mind letting us see her? Or if not all of us, me?
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Hey, that's better.
I will allow you to question her, though it would probably be best if your companions remain outside. She's only 8 years old and she is scared. She just saw the rest of her family murdered.
Hey Minpy, hold on a second. And then I'm just gonna real quick reach into my backpack, pull out some things, and put together a little clockwork duck.
I was gonna ask you for that.
Oh, this isn't the goose. The goose has an obnoxious honk. This has a very
yeah.
cute little quack.
Oh, okay.
And it's got the little feet that like make it wobble.
Oh, it's so cute. Okay,
She's a
I'll
little
take
girl.
it and I'll lead the way if you don't mind.
He leads you to the house, leaving the rest of you to wait outside.
That's fine. I'm gonna find a member of the staff to harass about how they make wine here, and I'm gonna take notes on it.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Oh, that's fine.
I thought you were going to ask about if they knew more information. No.
I mean,
Nah.
that's fair. I'm softening them up so that when
Uh-huh.
when they don't feel like giving me that, maybe they'll instead give me information that I really want. I'll just come back and spy on them making wine later.
Okay. So, the little girl is inside one of the quarters. She's like sitting in a corner of the bed, like hugging a plushie. And she kind of like looks at you.
I make myself look as small as possible.
Not difficult to do.
Yeah, it's not hard. I definitely left like the big sword and shield outside with my friends.
Okay.
Um, I'll go in and I'll kind of sit next to the bed. I'll ask, what's your little plushie's name?
She kind of stares at you and doesn't respond.
Well, would they like a friend? And I hold out the little duck.
That kind of makes her perk up a bit, and she like looks interested. It doesn't.
His name is Mr. Crackers. And if you wind him up just like this and you put him on the little desk and he starts like wobbling around, you'd really like a friend. Would you like to keep him?
Kind of nods a bit, just watching it. She's like,
Perfect.
she's like hiding like this.
Oh,
Oh shoot! I kind of just
this
want
hurts my heart so much.
And she's like,
I'm sure you'll take really good care of him. So does that one have a name? And I point to the little plushie and maybe like boop its nose.
dragon. It's clearly not a dragon.
All right, so we have Dragon and Mr. Quackers. They're going to be best friends. Do you mind if I ask you some questions?
Okay.
I'll start with a really, really easy one, okay? What's your name?
Tears in the rain.
A really pretty name. My name is Minfy.
Just Memphi?
Well, my last name's still Mason, but I just go by Minfy. It's short, easy to remember. I don't have a very good memory.
Okay.
So, I don't really remember what happened to you. You mind telling me the story? Just whatever you feel comfortable with.
We were having dinner with Dad and Uncle Wave. He came to visit yesterday. But then he just got up and ran out the door. And then the birds came. And they just attacked everything, the house. And I was hiding. I saw someone outside. He was all black and his eyes were glowing red. and he had a big spear. It was also glowing red. And he was standing up in a tree, and there were giant birds. And he was watching me.
There were giant birds too? Or was he a giant bird?
No, there were giant birds with him.
Oh, Tears in the Rain, you did a really good job hiding, and you did a really good job of protecting Dragon.
But Dad is dead.
You...
Mom.
No. I'm really sorry. But me and my friends are going to try and figure this out, okay? We're going to try and figure out who killed them.
Okay.
Tears in the Rain, do you remember which directions the birds came from?
From the south.
From the south. Okay.
Are you going to find Uncle Wave?
Did Uncle Wave go missing?
Well, Wave over the mountain. He got up before the birds attacked and ran outside. And I haven't seen him since.
Okay. He got away. He got away from the birds before they came.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me what your Uncle Wave looked like? We can maybe find him.
He's a devil king like us. He's got dark red skin and curly horns.
Thank you very much for talking to me. Can I give you a hug?
Okay. And she kind of like inches forward a bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll just give her like a little hug and I'll pat her on the horns a little bit. And I'll wind Mr. Quacker's back up again and I'll set him again on like the bedside.
You notice there's 3 more ducks on the windowsill outside.
God. I'll kind of point out the window at them.
Actually, as you're hugging her, you see this like hand show up and just plop one. And then the hand shows up again.
That's about right. I think you're gonna have a lot of ducky friends.
She looks out the window and it's like, and then she starts crying because she remembers the birds that attacked and killed her family.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, you guys kind of forgot about birds.
You monsters.
At least they aren't blackbirds.
Yeah, they're very specifically white.
Oh,
Or
they're white?
not white,
Oh,
silver.
boy.
Silver.
Okay.
Silver and copper. Copper! They're copper.
There's just been a bunch of birds outside the window of this girl whose family just got murdered by
You just
crows.
see the hand come up, take the birds down, and come back up with rabbits instead.
There you go. That's better.
And the rabbits are bouncing around.
Oh God.
Same movement and mechanics, just...
That was going so well.
There's like one duck, it's fine, but the birds outside the window that was too much.
Yeah.
Too much, yeah. I'll make sure she stops crying before I leave. But when I go back out, I smack Merrick in the back of the head.
Ow! Yeah, listen, I didn't think about that until.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't either. I thought it was cute, but apparently it really wasn't. There's a little bit of trauma there.
Uh,
We should be a little bit
And Mary,
careful.
I'm just gonna kind of, now that the bunny rabbits are up there,
Oh, God.
Mr. Hopsy, Mrs. Flopsy, Miss Mopsy, like
Oh.
put name tags down for them.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna relay all of that information. Yeah, so Uncle Wave seems a little suspicious to me.
A little, a lot.
So
Okay,
it looks
very
like
lot.
north.
Wave over the mountain.
Yeah. We should ask the owner if is
If he came around before.
Mhm.
yeah.
You might have better luck asking the
Staff.
staff about it
Staff.
because
Mhm.
Tails
Yeah.
the Dragon worked as staff member of
Yep.
the winery.
Then
Yeah.
let's go find some of the staff. Somebody who looks like they're a bit of a gossip. Somebody who
Okay.
looks like they like to talk.
Maybe trek a little
Middle-aged
bit
woman.
north.
I mean,
Maybe trek a little bit north towards
it's
that
very-
house that was attacked.
Okay.
Yeah, are we able to look to get at into the house itself to look around there?
I'm tempted.
There's no one to stop you, and the
Mhm.
house is basically abandoned now. So yeah. Going up north, you ask. There's same thing kind of repeated. These this mass of black birds that attacked Tails' house, and some of them remember seeing Tail with his cousin Wave, and give me one person, choose someone, give me a persuasion check.
Who's good at persuasion?
Not
Ooh.
Nala.
Who has higher than
I
a
have a-
3?
4.
River.
5.
River.
Oh, River. There you,
You
go.
are
Do it.
you are the bard.
It
And-
is
You are
true.
the bard.
I'm not trained
You're
in
the bard.
persuasion.
I am trained in persuasion, but mine's a 3.
Same.
Okay.
So, is there any way that we could assist?
Yeah, you can have advantage as this is like asking around. Okay.
Don't forget your inspiration if you want it.
I'm not going to use my inspiration right now. 17's a pretty good roll.
Okay. One of the servants you run into is another devilkin called Grass Between Your Toes.
These names.
Wow.
So
Their
what is it shortened to? Grass or toes?
Grass.
Okay.
Usually
I
it's the
It's
first
toes.
word. It's as far as I can tell, it's always the first word. Though I could see some people, especially in her young youth, calling her toes. She recalls seeing a man running over a hill headed directly north behind Tails' house. And shortly after he ran away, was when the hundreds of birds flew after him.
So let's go.
One thing she does mention is that the person that she saw running did not have horns.
That's what I thought. Did
Do
she
you think-
mention skin color or hair or any other specific?
It was from the back, and he was wearing. Actually, he probably wasn't wearing a horn. It was far away, so she only saw a silhouette. It was like a adult man, pretty like strong looking. From the
Did
way
he
he
have
was
a white
running.
mohawk?
It's possible. It's a bit far
But
away
no
to tell.
horns.
Yeah, the horns were easier to. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I
Well,
just
as
say
we're-
one thing? River is not used to seeing this many devilkin at once.
Okay, so Uncle Wave shows up birds come from the south, attack the house, go north, following where this Uncle Wave went.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Along with a
so
figure that
I'm
wasn't
thinking.
a Divilkin.
Yeah.
So my thought is that birds come into town. The, bounty hunter figures out what the bounty is, heads off. I'm thinking the shapeshifter, or at least the bounty hunter knows there's a shapeshifter involved and probably massacred the whole family thinking that one of them was the shapeshifter. The shapeshifter and Mega probably fled before the crows got there, before the bounty hunter got there and massacred everybody. And so the crows followed them north. Is kind of what my thought process is. How
if
he
that
would
was
know there's a shapeshifter?
if that was the case, though, why did they let Tears run? Because from what Tears said, though, they looked right at them, and if they knew that the shapeshifter was involved,
Right. Why would they let one escape? Because it
I
was
don't think-
possibly the shapeshifter.
I don't
Well,
think
well,
the
it's-
shapeshifter has anything to do with this specifically. I think Wave is part of who got Mega out, and basically the family was just collateral damage. He was probably
Well,
thinking he
let's-
could hide with the family. Birds are heading in his direction, and he bolts. And the family's just between him and...
my biggest curiosity is, how did he know they were coming? Because he stood up and ran before they arrived.
maybe magic.
What if he's magic? What if Uncle Wave's the illusion caster?
Yeah, because, Karu, we met the shapeshifter. Did she use magic?
Not that you recall.
Nope, she just went boop.
No.
She literally just kind of body slammed. That was
Yeah.
how she attacked.
Yeah.
So
right,
maybe Wave was a second person for the breakout.
Yeah. But
I'm
my biggest question is, how does the bounty hunter have all this information?
I mean, they're a really, really good bounty hunter, and they command those birds. There are some who work in information bartering that use little birds as their terminology. This is probably taking that more literally. As we're walking, I am going to just make sure to don my armor, because I don't want to freaking get swarmed by birds anytime soon.
Okay. Well, you eventually reach
That is
the home of Tail of the Dragon. As you're walking up, you can see it's a small place. It's kind of like a one-room place with an outhouse and a pen for chickens. Everything is in tatters when you arrive. The windows are smashed open. The door has been pulled from its hinges and tossed some 30 feet away into the grapevines. And there's blood and bird feces everywhere. There's also a bunch of dead blackbirds littered inside and outside of the house.
Dead? How?
Mhm.
So does it
Follow
look like it was
that.
a fight more than just a struggle, of birds killing things?
Give me an animal handling check.
Oops. I GM rolled it, but 4. I wouldn't know.
Anyone else want to study the bird bodies?
I'll attempt. This
Oh,
is gross.
absolutely.
Yeah. Wait, animal handling or
22.
Animal handling, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Wow, Minfie
Oh, okay.
and River, both.
From what you can tell, the birds, many of them died by smashing their bodies against the walls, windows, and doors.
Oh God.
So, suicide burb.
You can spend some time searching the area.
I want to search the house and see if there's any.
So-
Yeah.
It's a perception check for 1 hour of searching.
I would like to search
Yeah.
outside,
Outside,
in the
yeah.
direction that the guy
can
was
give this-
going.
Okay.
I'll give
Like
assistance
northish?
to Victor.
Oh, okay. So who's
Okay.
inside and who's outside?
I think
I'm
it's
outside.
Victor
I-
and Minfie inside.
Yes.
I want to look at the tree. She said you went up into a tree. I want to
Okay.
also look around the tree.
I just have one
for it.
question. The door you said it was broken off its hinges. Is it broken inwards or outwards?
Well, it's kind of hard to tell because the door is 30 feet away from the entrance. It's like it got blasted to the vineyards.
Yeah, but away from the house?
Like, does it? Because
Yeah.
there is a way to tell the interior of the door versus the exterior of the door. Was it damaged from the interior and pushed out, or was it ripped from the
Yeah,
exterior?
that's what I'm wondering basically. Does it look like someone ripped it off its hinges, or does it look like something
Blasted or kicked
blasted
it?
through it?
Ended it in.
So the people that are outside the house, you go to check the door. The door has markings on both sides of birds having attacked it.
Mm-hmm. But
So it's kind of hard to tell. Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
oh yes, please. 10.
16.
River, it almost seems to you like it's possible that the door was opened when the birds attacked, which is why there's attack marks on both sides, and that the force of the birds was what unhinged it and sent it flying. So that would indicate that the door was open before the birds attacked.
So that son of a bitch left the door open and ran. I want to punch this guy if I see him, if he's still alive.
Okay, so Victor, you were rolling with advantage for Minfie's help?
19 or 19.
Nice.
Okay. So after an hour of checking everything, this place is a mess. And while the bodies have been taken care of, there's a lot, but eventually you find hidden. Oh, this wouldn't be inside. Okay. You don't find anything in the house of interest. But this is basically an hour of searching. So I'm assuming if you don't find anything inside the house, you would continue searching outside.
Yeah. Eventually move outside. Like you have to here and see what else is around in and around the area.
Okay. Yeah, so you eventually find a hat that's hanging from one of the grapevines to the north of the house. Why would you? No, it looks like a.
Is it just like a regular hat, or is it more like, oh, I don't know,
It's
a
like a-
tri-corner?
It's like a hat. Let me just.
Is it like a straw farmer's hat?
It is not a straw farmer's hat.
Because there are reasons
Does
for
it
asking
have
specifics.
holes?
It looks like just like a cap thingy. It's got like a off green color, with like a bit of a silver band on it.
Does it have holes for horns?
No.
Okay.
Is there anything around that tree?
You find the markings of where like claw marks, and a couple of black feathers.
Does the claw marks, like he's in the tree, like are they like human sized bird like claw things? Like bird
Yeah, pretty big.
bird feet?
Bird feet, yes.
Guy have bird feet. Okay.
I don't like this guy.
I don't either.
Can I flip the hat over to see if there are any, like white hairs or just hair in general in the hat?
Sure. Give me an investigation check. 12. It takes you a while, and you find like hairs of a couple of hairs in different color. One that might be white, or maybe there's another that's like blonde.
Was there anything else like in the area around the vines where it was hanging?
No.
Any footprints or anything? We're gonna wear this out.
There's plenty of
Let's-
footprints, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
I guess that
vineyard.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
Does it look like it was? I mean, does it look like it landed there on its own, or it was placed there?
No, it looks like it may have been ripped off someone's head as they were passing by.
And
So
it
kind of like
was-
caught on a vineyard, and it just like got pulled off, and the owner of the hat just kept running.
Interesting.
So can
Is
we
that
tell-
direction north?
Yeah.
Okay.
North.
Let's try following that and seeing if we can. I know it's silly, but seeing if we can track it further.
Yeah, I think going north is our best bet right now.
That's
Any
what we- yeah.
bird feathers?
Lots of them. Where specifically?
Like, are some of them going north? Like, did some of like the birds when they start flying?
Yeah, you do see a couple of feathers here and there heading north. You do recall also that Grass told you that they had seen this figure farther north of Tail's house, heading north
Hi,
and being
kitty.
followed.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let's keep going north then,
Mm-hmm.
and see if we can
Look, but did
continue
we-
to follow.
Sorry. Did we happen to come across any pictures of anybody in the house, specifically somebody that might be an Uncle Wave?
Possibly yes. You would have seen some pictures of the family, and they apparently did have an uncle that matched the description that the girl gave.
Would he, in that picture, would he have been wearing any kind of like necklaces, jewelry, anything like that?
You're looking for like an identifiable.
Yeah.
Possible.
I have something that works pretty much like locate objects. And my thought is, if I can see anything really that stands out on him, we can try to track him with that.
Okay. One thing you would have noticed by now is that it is possible that, like, it seems like the party seems to think that the uncle that came to visit was not the actual uncle.
Oh.
So if you're locating something that the actual uncle had, then you're going to find the wrong person.
It's going the wrong. It's going the wrong way. Okay. Never mind then. But that gives me another idea. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. Okay, yeah. Let's just keep heading north and follow this way.
Okay.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You guys doing anything with the hat?
I mean,
Keeping it.
Yep, for now.
Keep it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know he's going north, and you had overheard that he was. Well, you knew that he was looking for someone on the other side of the basilisk's spine. Are you going to try tracking him via the feathers, basically, or whatever tracks he may have left behind?
Yes.
For the time
Yes.
being, I think that's the best
Yeah.
bet.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to fight this guy. He's gonna be so mad.
We might only if we get to him before we get to the other dude, which is probably likely, but you know.
Mm.
Okay. So on the map you have of the coast, each of those hexes is 24 miles across. So at a normal pace, off-road, it takes 2 days to travel 1 hex.
Wow.
It's a long trek.
Yeah.
Mhm. Well, we've still
So
got
who's going to
any-
be the tracker?
Who has the highest survival?
I have
I
5.
don't think that's me. Oh,
Then River, and I'll just aid.
yeah.
Okay.
Does anyone have higher than a 5?
I have a
No.
2.
No, but I can give you guidance.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
So you are going to be tracking Mega.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally.
So survival?
I first need to know what pace you guys are going to go at. Are you going to go at a fast pace, slow pace, or normal pace?
Well, if we go at a fast pace, we'd be with a disadvantage to.
It's harder to track.
We need to go
Normal?
probably a normal pace. We can't afford to go at a slow pace,
Yeah.
but we can't afford to go at a fast pace either.
Yeah, I think a normal.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, give me a survival check.
Would that be with advantage since I'm mating?
Sure.
I want to keep out on the lookout for
And
birds.
just because I want to be as high
Okay.
as possible, I'm using a guidance.
Okay.
Not a guidance, inspiration.
I mean, you also have guidance as well.
Was I given guidance?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So 28.
Yep, 28.
Okay. So you travel the rest of the day basically, and by the end of the day, you have traveled basically 1 hex northeast of Castle Grasp. Night falls. Are you going to continue traveling through the night?
I think we all need to sleep.
Yeah.
The minimum amount possible.
Yeah, maybe just 6 hours. Try and get some sleep.
Yep.
Did I see any birds?
You did not.
Okay.
And we should set up watches as well.
Oh, definitely.
I think that's a given.
Yep.
Okay. So as you're stopping for the night, you notice that there is a village nearby. It's a relatively small village.
Okay. I mean, we could always go there, kind of ask to see if they saw anything, a flock of blackbirds, or somebody running.
And also, we can try and find a place to sleep for the night.
Yep.
Okay. Someone roll me a d100.
Do you want me to? It could be either really good or really bad.
Sure.
Okay.
Do it.
Do it.
84.
Okay. They have not seen Mega. But there's an inn in town. It's pretty
Yep.
small, but
That'll work.
Let's.
Yeah.
We
Yep,
just need
that'll work.
somewhere to sleep.
okay. So you're sleeping as little as possible and then setting out the next day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Give me another survival check.
Aid.
Guidance again.
I'm honestly not sure if guidance works if it's during the whole day.
I mean, you can absolutely
Yeah,
just
it's a cantrip.
continuously. Yeah, you can just continue to guide.
Yeah.
I'll leave it to DM
It literally
and
the
call. What do you say, Karu?
All right, fine.
Yeah. And if you want to have
Thank
a
the
shrunken cobra head
gods.
just whispering in your
That
ear
makes
throughout
it a
the
20.
day.
So-
Okay. All right. So you continue pretty much directly northeast on Mega's trail.
love how you're not even pretending that it's not Mega now.
I mean, we're assuming as a party this is Mega's trail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
or
what
it could
Carter's
just be
calling it.
Waves
I
trail.
will.
but why
I will
would
say
Wave
one
be
thing
running?
about like when you guys stop to rest. Who has the hat? Like who stashed the hat away?
I mean,
Um,
Victor found it.
Yeah, I can hold on to it.
Because one thing you'll notice is that the fact that even though it was ripped off the head, it wasn't actually ripped at all. It was in perfect condition.
as soon as that's been said, Merrick is gonna make grabby hands towards the hat.
Wait, why?
All right.
I'm gonna cast Identify.
Yeah.
It's almost definitely a hat of disguise.
It's a hat of disguise.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
It's a hat of disguise.
Yeah, that's going in the bag. Actually,
No,
Victor,
who
you
could?
found it, you
Yeah,
keep
Victor. I think Victor should attune to it.
I
yeah.
can use
Might
disguise
have
self if I
Wait.
have to, so I don't need it.
Wait, so
Someone in my line of work could make good use of that for
Mhm.
sure.
so what exactly does knowledge just be like had a disguise? So could it not been the shapeshifter?
It could have absolutely been Mega himself and not the shapeshifter.
Could have been
Because
someone
as
just
long
using
as
a
it was the
magical
same
item.
body shape, like body type, so I couldn't
Also true.
disguise myself as Mega. But I could disguise myself as, say, Minfi. I mean, technically I could, I guess, disguise
Victor,
myself
you
as
saw
Mega.
pictures of this guy. He definitely had the actual uncle definitely had the same body type as Mega.
The plot thickens.
So Mega had the hat?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It
He could
explains
walk
how he was
right
able
out
to
of
get out.
town.
Yep, because nobody would have seen him. We didn't factor in actual
And he
magic
literally
items.
could have. Yeah, and he could have literally gone out looking like anybody at all.
Mm-hmm.
This
How would he
tells
have
me
known
that
the
somebody
uncle?
else is involved. Somebody who has
That's my
access to
question.
more stuff.
I'm wondering if the uncle either got him the hat or did the illusion spot. I think the uncle knows stuff. Because why the uncle and why go to their house? That's like so random. Mega, that uncle has to have helped somehow.
Or it
Yeah,
could
Mega
have been
has to have known
Tail.
him in some.
It could have been Tail. We don't know.
We don't know how they're connected. They're probably connected in some way. We just don't
Yeah.
know what.
Yep. Well,
Okay. Well,
Then-
day 2
Oh
passes
boy.
uneventfully.
Neil. So we're kind of probably not on the direct trail, but on a trail to Cola.
As far as you can tell, you're pretty much on a direct line so far to Cola.
Okay.
yeah. Did we see any feathers along the way, or did
Yeah.
it look like
Yeah.
Now
Nala
and then you find a feather. But because this is like you're in the desert proper right now. So it's much more like windswept. So finding feathers is a lot harder because it's mostly just desert sand and the wind would
Mhm.
blow any feathers away. But now and then you'll find like, scrub or whatever, and sometimes you'll find a black feather. So it seems that
there's stuff
Mega
on
is
the
going
trail,
this way,
too?
you're following Mega's tracks, and they are getting a bit hard to follow just because of the same
desert.
thing, but it's dirt as well. But it seems like you're also behind the blackbird, who seems to be the one closest to Mega.
We are totally gonna have to fight this guy and freaking swarms of birds.
That like 2 days ago. It's gonna happen.
I have rolled like
gonna
4
be a
11s on
mess.
this dice.
Well,
What are you rolling?
so
Random encounters.
Oh, good.
All right. End of the last day. End of the second day. You come upon another village. Does someone else want to roll a D100?
please, somebody who's not me.
Nina.
What?
You're good.
Okay. Oh.
39. They have not seen Mega.
Probably a 1 in 25.
Or it could literally be random numbers and not like.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's just
At
sleep
least
for the
we
night.
found
Move
another
on.
village to sleep in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you
Mhm.
sleep, and the next day you go out real early in the morning. And give me your
Same thing.
check.
Aid.
Guidance. You're getting the hang of this.
25.
We're good at working together on this.
I have consistently rolled really high on the D100. Okay. Halfway through the day, the tracks stop going directly like northeast and start heading directly north.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
And by the end of the day, once more conveniently, you come upon a village. It's almost like they're spread out, like one day apart.
along the
Mhm.
way.
I mean,
Wow.
to be fair,
How convenient.
Who wants to roll it
Yep.
this time?
I'll do it.
Okay, give me a D100.
Go for it.
Good luck.
Fair, for you guys, it's really good that I'm rolling high because the high is the village.
Uh-huh. So 93.
good.
93.
No sign of, they have not seen Mega.
It's totally freaking low.
You have to roll
Yeah.
low, guys.
Yep.
Right.
See,
Well,
that's
another
the
day of
thing.
travel.
Come on,
Another day of travel.
He looks like
Aid.
it looks like this, and I'll use the hat to actually make myself look like him. Oh, just a lot scrawnier. Like this, but
Well, I mean, you can
burlier.
still. Oh, well, that's better.
19.
19.
19. Okay. Yeah, okay. You haven't lost the trail yet, somehow.
Because of guidance.
The
and
power of
aid.
friendship.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
The power
Ah,
of friendship
Carter
is
lost her
what
dice.
guides us.
You know,
I mean, I'm pretty sure
kinda
it's
wanna
guidance and
replace the dice.
inspiration, but
Oh, hey, look.
Guidance comes from one of my friends.
No.
Aid comes from another one of my friends. It is the power of friendship that is guiding this party.
Yes.
Dala and Minty are just the cheerleaders in the background.
That's how the inspiration comes in.
uh-oh.
River is inspired by her
Oh,
friends.
No.
that's
Oh, that's
a
a look
bad
of fear.
face.
Oh, no, Karu.
Forgot.
So, Karu, are we having combat tonight, or is this going to be a cliffhanger?
I mean, it is 7 o'clock. Okay, so around midday, you guys come upon a large group of nomads that are walking through the desert. There's like 50 people, protected by 10 horse-mounted guards and one captain. And they've got like 100 or more sheep with them. They like hail you. It's like, hey,
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Ooh.
need some water, some food? You wanna stop and have lunch with us?
We really can't. We're actually looking for somebody.
Oh, who you looking for?
I'm gonna look at Victor, kind of raise my eyebrows.
Looks like this. Tap. Use the hat.
But a little more bulkier.
No, can't say I have.
All right.
Have you
Well, thank-
seen a big flock of black birds?
Black birds? No, that would be some ill omens, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's
yeah.
hope we don't see any.
I'd like to insight him to see if
certainly
he's
would.
actually telling the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, same
I mean,
here.
Okay, sure. Give
Yeah.
me-
22.
Yeah, no, he seems more like curious about and wary of you guys than anything. It's like,
I
Fair
mean,
enough.
that's fair.
We'll just keep going then. We won't bother them.
okay.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
the
for
offer.
the offer.
Bye. Thank you.
Safe travels.
At nightfall, by the time nightfall comes, the trail is also starting to go more northeast again.
Oh, interesting.
He probably just turned to go to that village.
And you don't see any villages anymore in this area, but as the darkness descends, you notice that there is a fireplace, like a fire of a
campfire?
camp. Yeah,
Oh,
just ahead.
I'm gonna just click my armor on.
We can take a peek.
Yeah.
And then I'm
Send,
gonna.
can I send Bella ahead
Oh,
to fly
that's
ahead
a
and
really
just
good
make sure
idea.
there's
Oh,
nobody
that's a good point.
will see scope out the campsite?
Because we're gonna have to make a campfire at night. Because, like, it gets cold on the desert
Yeah.
at night.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay. Roll me a d8.
Oh no.
Yes.
Squawk?
Squawk.
Okay. Your familiar flies over and you see a single human male sitting by a small fire and sharpening
Oh. What is he sharpening?
that's a good question.
Would it be a spear by any chance?
It is a great axe.
Does
Oh.
Not a spear, at least.
does he have
Yeah.
any blue paint on a hand?
Not right now, no.
Or that was telling. That was absolutely telling.
Mm-hmm. I'll let everybody know about this. Like, yeah,
How many?
one guy, but a pretty big axe.
Maybe we should just make camp here, then.
Yeah, that.
How many of these guys are ahead of us?
Probably a
I was
lot.
gonna say, do we
All
like
of them.
Probably
going
the
for a
intelligent
little
ones.
while? We want to keep moving.
I mean,
for
there
an
were
hour
like
then?
dozens, if not
Yeah, but there were only really 8 that
That you
Ember
had
was
to worry
concerned
about.
Got names.
yeah.
Yeah, one.
I mean, to be fair, now that you're this far out on Mega's track, yeah, you probably only have to worry about the 8 good bounty hunters that would have
Mhm.
also been on the trail.
Yeah.
Probably all the rest of them said, "Yeah, I was going into a desert." Nope.
If they even realized that he was going into a desert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we want to avoid this guy? Just make camp
Probably.
a bit
I
far
think so.
back?
I think so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What, you're not going to take out the competition? Okay.
I mean, I would
It's
We're
only
not
want to.
assholes.
Wow.
All right, well, I need you guys to give me stealth checks to hide your camp from him.
Him.
So all of us stealth?
Yeah, we'll do this as a group stealth since...
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
It's not gonna go well.
Oh, goddamn.
Oh
no.
my! Oh yeah, you have a -2
One.
to stealth.
Yeah,
I did
and
so
disadvantage
well.
because of my armor. And...
I did so well.
Yep.
I still can't believe you have a -2. I love it, but I still can't
Me
believe it.
too.
Okay, so I need the... I'm guessing you guys decide to set up watches.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
You
Oh,
need-
he's gonna.
I need
Oh.
the order.
I will say River is probably the middle one just because she has the best dark vision.
That's fair.
I'm at this point. Hey, Karu. So does the hookshot doesn't count against my infusions, right?
Believe not.
Cool, because I would have
That's just an actual
definitely.
item.
I would have definitely used the goggles of dark or goggles of night instead of the other infusion that I had,
Okay.
and I would have made sure to give that particular one to Victor. For now.
Thank you. Yeah. As I'm counting on that one for tonight.
And mattering on timing of this, I'm just gonna mention this now because everyone would know this about River when she's traveling at this point. She has the most ridiculous, like, big sleeping bag, and she sleeps with it covered. Like, you do not see her at all in the sleeping bag. Like, she zips it
Excellent.
up, and she's just a
in a net.
cocoon.
Excellent, excellent.
And it is a thick one.
Oh no.
She cannot sleep with any light. If she is not in complete darkness while she sleeps, she does not get the effects of a long rest.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
that's why she sleeps like that, because it's the only way she guarantees darkness. I'm just letting you guys know that.
Well, how many watches do we need to take, Karu?
3.
Okay. I would say we double up on most of them. We double up on whatever ones we can, and just have whoever has the highest perception be the one who goes by themselves.
Yeah.
I've got a 4.
Perception, so
I've got a 4.
6.
Oh, okay.
So, Victor, because you have the goggles of night, you get to go by yourself.
And a familiar.
And a familiar, so you're not actually...
Yes. Yep.
That's a good point. Alright, so we'll all double up. Who wants to go with me?
I've already said I'm in the middle watch, just because
Okay.
that's the darkest period of time.
I'll be.
Oh. Got it. So,
I can be the
I'll
last
be
one.
with Nala, and then, I guess, Minfie and,
Minfie's
River?
with me in the middle watch.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Do you guys have tents or just bedrolls?
Just bedrolls, I think.
I mean, honestly, considering how much we've probably done in traveling and waiting and stocking up, I could see us having tents.
Oh, you just see, as we're setting up camp, me take off my backpack, put it down, press a button to open the top up, reach further in than I should be allowed to, and pull out the stuff to set up a tent.
So we have tents.
1, 2,
Okay, so we have tents.
3.
Okay.
Of course.
Of course.
Hey,
And then
I'm
I
not
just click it
complaining.
shut
There's
and put it
more
away.
between me and the light when I sleep. I like sunlight. I enjoy its warmth. My body cannot sleep in it.
I love this backpack of holding.
Me too, because you just press a different button and it opens a different compartment that has different stuff. Like, and if I'm looking for something in particular, I imagine that I don't just reach in and rummage around. I, like, poke a button, open up a spot, pull something out. Nope, this isn't it. Not this one either. And then finally just open up the right one and pull it out.
Ooh.
That's
So who took the first
Oh, boy.
watch?
That would be me and Nala.
Yeah.
Here we go.
The rest of us are sleeping.
Okay. So give me perception checks.
19.
Perception.
Got the
24.
Nice.
Relax. Got this.
He's gonna come kill us. We're gonna see him do it.
He's gonna come kill us, and I'm gonna have
Yeah.
something that can wake everybody up.
Oh god, we're all gonna freak out.
Are we gonna just wake up to a honking goose?
Worse. Tinkering? I
Okay.
can make an air horn.
Oh god. Don't announce to the entire desert where we are, please.
Yeah.
Then fine, I'll make... You know what? It'll probably be a caca.
Where?
Or just, hey, wake up, we're being killed.
Yeah, you just hear... Well, no, because...
Why is it not?
What a good kitty.
Mm-hmm. All kitties are good kitties, except when they're brats. I
Agreed.
tried to say brat and bastard at the same
Agreed.
time.
Bratster?
Well, for some reason, his token is not programmed.
Bradster.
Oh no. He is a fucking sack of hit points, I can already tell.
I mean,
I
let's be
bet.
real. If he was
I-
planned to fight a whole entire party on his own, yeah, he is.
He'd have to be.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
We can't kill this guy, can we?
Ah,
If he attacks first.
I mean...
he's charging us, we're defending ourselves,
I mean,
and I bet you he's... Hey, did you not hear what Ember said? Or not Ember, did you not hear what, our friend said? he said that this guy left painted handprints on the back
Assuming
of
it's
people
that
that
one.
he killed, if it's that one. But he's one of the only
No.
ones that's by himself.
That you got told of.
True.
You kind of trailed off when he was, and you were like, "Ah, we don't need to know the rest of the bounty hunters."
We just know there's 8.
What a good
Good.
We got info on 6 of them. Well, 5, and then we found out Bird Boy.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, everyone rolls initiative so that we have you all on the turn order.
Okay. Child, you're gonna have to move.
Oh my god, well, sorry
Oh.
guys, you're gonna hear a
There you
geese
go,
honk.
that's good.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna add a token for, hey, I'm still asleep.
Yeah. You're
I'm
basically
unconscious right now.
Mm-hmm.
You won't be for long, because I got a freaking crit.
Hey, there it is.
Okay, River, you're asleep. Merrick, you see a guy who's you hear like a thump 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 on the sand, and you see this guy like axe in the air running
Yeah,
towards the camp.
I would like to use my free action to interact with object, pull out a goose, and then just
Oh
honk!
god.
Does he have a broken floating neck on his shoulder?
Yes, he does.
Kind
It's
of.
awful.
The berserker image is really weird.
So now that I got
Off
that,
center, yeah.
I'm just gonna poke around and zap him. Oh god, I think that my lightning launcher is actually louder than the honk.
Around.
Does a 17 hit him?
Yes.
Okay.
Hopefully
He
we're
takes
not going to aggro even more hunters to our location.
16 lightning damage.
Get him done right away.
Okay, that hurt.
And then I'm just gonna kind of look at Nala and be like, your turn.
Yeah.
And then I'm done.
Vroom. 22 hits. So that's 10. Yeah. Yeah, time to spend a key point for flurry of blows.
Hit him.
Oh.
20 hits.
Oh.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, you faint with the first one and then follow up.
And he cannot take reactions until the end of my turn.
Excellent.
End of your next turn, right?
Yeah, in my next turn. Yep.
Cool.
And
Nice.
there we go.
Okay, well, this guy doesn't like you, but he's going
Course
to try
not.
and take you down as fast as possible. He's
Doubt.
going to recklessly attack you.
Oh, reckless.
Oh.
Yeah.
boy.
It's fine.
It's all right.
It's
7
fine.
slashing.
Now it means that we all get advantage on him.
All right, Victor,
Oh,
you
good.
just heard a lot of screaming and honking and zapping.
Okay, I'm going to reach under the rock that I was using for a pillow and pull out the iron bands. Pop my head out of the tent and said, "Do you see all this commotion? I want to say, hey, we're trying to sleep." Throw the thing at him.
Oops.
21 to hit.
Oh, right.
That
Advantage
hits.
because he reckless.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Okay, so he is restrained. He can make
Yeah,
what
you
he
throw
can,
the
he has
Pokeball
one
out
chance to
and it
make
just...
Merrick now wants to make 6 of these for some reason, and he doesn't know why.
Yeah, you just see these like bands, like the ball hits him and these bands contracts, and because he had his like weapon out, I imagine now he's like with hands above his head and just the bands like holding him in place as he like collapses to the ground. He's like, no, what?
Takes 3 times.
That'll be my turn.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Vinci,
person
there's
to
even
give that
more
to.
screaming outside.
Oh
And
dear
cursing.
God.
Clearly, there's a legion attacking your friends.
I can't get to him.
Then you walk out, and as you get closer to the action, you see that this guy is now chained, like completely covered in iron bands.
I'll just kind of leisurely walk up to Nala and just kind of like, I'll have my weapon out and everything, but like, okay, we got him. Good job. And that's my movement in action. So,
okay, River.
Okay, so River wakes up and she basically has to unfold from this sleeping bag.
So does that take like half your movement or something?
Basically what happens is she's scrambling to get out in her tent, and she basically rolls out the back of the tent being like, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Oh.
Are you just a cocoon?
She's... No,
oh my god, I just see inchworming.
No, she's out of it, but she basically physically rolls out of it outside of her tent, and she's just on the ground still being like, what's going on? What's going on? Oh, we're fine. Oh, I'm really glad those things didn't hit me.
It seems to be handled.
That's what that does. I don't like that.
Yeah, considering that originally it was supposed to do that to you.
Yeah. River's just gonna stand up and bring out her rapier just to be sure, but she's just gonna stay there. Like, everyone okay? I'll hold my attack if something comes within attacking range that's hostile, but that's it.
Okay, so Merrick and Nala, are you going to do anything while this guy is restrained on the ground?
Nala's just going to be like...
I'm just going to kind of walk over, because he might be able to break free. I'm not going to actually hit him, but I am going to have my my lightning launcher armed and my shield kind of up where it's braced on it. I'm like, buddy, you should have just pretended you didn't hear us and went to bed. We were content to not bother you.
Okay. What about Nala?
If he breaks out of those bonds or tries to swing at me with that axe, then pop.
Okay.
Yeah, I am holding an attack, but...
All right, well, let's see if he can free himself.
I'm sure he's going to try.
Oh, he did.
Oh.
Well, I guess attacks are going off.
No.
He reckless though, so...
No, he reckless last turn.
I know,
so...
but I was holding an action for the minute that he broke out.
Yeah, but you do not have advantage this time. But he is still prone on the ground, so you don't have advantage, but Nala does.
It's fine.
I'm shocked he actually managed to break through.
I didn't hit him, but he just sees a bolt of lightning just kind of go straight between his legs.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have advantage.
You have advantage because he is prone on the ground.
Thank goodness.
3 hits.
Hit him.
That's for 6.
Okay.
Yeah, key point.
Advantage yellow.
Okay, that's the first one that did not work.
Actually, hold on. Give yourself back the key point. You cannot hold a bonus action as well as an action.
Oh, okay. So then I would just have done an unarmed strike. Or
just the quarterstaff.
Just
because it takes your bonus action to hold an action. So you can't.
I thought it took your reaction.
It takes your reaction to unleash your held action.
Okay.
So did Minfie, were you holding anything?
No, because I used my movement and action to get to where I was.
Okay. So I only got to hit him for 6. Oh,
yeah.
darn.
So he's gonna. That's his action, though, isn't it?
It is. You have to take an action, and you just see Merrick like looking at the shattered remains of the bands of binding. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to.
He is gonna get up because he can do that. But that's his turn. He loses a turn, freeing himself. But now he's free, and as he like bursts free of the bands just like shrink back into a sphere.
It's fine.
Actually, it's destroyed.
Shh.
Is it?
It is.
That's what it says
Yeah.
on the card.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's broken.
Oh wow.
That's
So that's why I said I'm gonna have to repair that.
Because it says once the bands are
Right.
used, they can't be used again. Oh, if that's
That's if
I guess if
that's
it's not
If he
broken.
breaks out, it actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if
It
if he
breaks.
breaks out,
Okay.
it just goes.
The item
I'm-
is destroyed.
Yeah. Breaks
It's
the
okay.
Pokeball.
Yep.
So
I'm
it.
just gonna
Oh
shoot
my
at
god!
him.
It really is a
wobbled and then
Pokeball.
it. Well, clearly we hadn't weakened him enough.
20 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
8 piercing, and then I'm just going to use a free action to cry while I delete that item from my inventory.
I'm surprised you used it on him and not saved it for Mega or the Black Bird.
It'll be fine.
I mean, it's once a day, so I was kind of thinking I would get at least more than one use out of it, but you know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
that's the way the iron bands crumble.
Yep.
Haru, are there actually fragments of it? Like, could I repair it?
It is
Or
it is
restore it?
shattered.
Shattered.
Dang,
Mm,
I figured, but I wanted to try.
All right, Memphi.
Okay,
This guy seems
I'm
even
gonna
angrier now.
I'm gonna flank with Nala
Okay.
Mhm.
to get some advantage on that and attack with my greatsword for 22 to hit. For 11 slashing damage,
Okay.
and that ends my turn.
River.
Okay. This guy's up. He broke through the bands, and River just looks at that and is like, I wouldn't have been able to do that.
I wouldn't have either. It's okay.
And she's just going to move over here to attack. Because she cannot get advantage. 25 to hit.
That hits.
Yep.
12 damage.
Ooh.
Ooh. Nice.
Oh!
And he goes
Oh.
down. That was a lot of damage. One rapier
It was
attack.
max.
Max
Yeah.
damage.
Max.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. He falls to the ground dead.
Merrick is gonna go over and look for any identifying items or mark.
He does, in fact, have a pouch with what looks like blue powder.
Yeah, I'm gonna, because I'm a bit of an asshole, gonna take some, put it on his own hand,
Nice.
and then reach around to smack his back.
Oh,
Should we
dear.
just leave him to die?
I was gonna ask.
He tried
that.
to kill us. I'm not the type that wants to kill somebody in cold blood, but he tried to kill us. I'm not gonna help him.
I guess that's true.
Besides, how many other people do you think he's killed? Remember, when he kills people, he puts a blue handprint on them
Yeah.
to mark their corpses.
Yeah,
Doesn't
he
say.
clearly enjoys the hunt.
He enjoys the
Yeah.
hunt and he enjoys killing. If we
He doesn't
if
take
we
his
brought
bounties
him back,
alive.
if we brought
Yeah.
him back, he would just do it again. He might even try it with us again.
Yes, that's true.
So can we go over to his camp and see if maybe he's
Yes.
got like any clues
Uh-huh.
about?
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna stay at our camp just to not leave it abandoned,
Yeah.
but you guys go do that. I'll
Yeah.
keep the
Let's
fire
not
going.
let's not split up. Let's not split up. Let's go to his camp in the morning.
Nala's like, yeah, but there's wind and stuff. Nala wants to go now. Nala goes now.
Just go with Nala, I'll be fine.
It's just right over
Right
there.
with now.
Yeah. I'll just
Okay.
sit here
Okay.
by the fire
at
and
least
keep it going.
at least somebody go
Okay,
with
I'll
River.
stay with-
Actually,
I'll stay
here,
with River.
and
You
then
can
I'm just gonna.
leave the familiar with me.
I was gonna say Merrick is gonna leave the goose, the one that has the really loud honk. I'm sure we'll hear this.
I'm sure everyone in the desert's heard this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
Just go and check his camp.
Mhm.
I'll stay by the fire and keep it going.
Shouldn't be too long.
Okay.
Just be
I'll go with
careful. I'm more worried about you guys going there.
You find his supplies he is well stocked for someone traversing the desolation of Didymaya.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. Replenish stock. Awesome.
Oh yeah. You just. I put my backpack down, press a button to open one of the pouches, and I start loading it up.
Did we find anything like?
You find a small notebook he apparently kept, and it has a list of names.
Okay. Any that I
List?
recognize? Any that any of us recognize?
You look through the list. It looks like a bunch of names of people he's possibly killed.
Yep. Okay.
The
don't feel bad
last
about saying that anymore.
entries says Grundo, Ozek, and Lokai, and beside each of those three names, in parentheses, it says Onyx Triad.
Oh, he took out other bounty hunters.
I
What
mean,
an
they did.
asshole.
Remember, we were told that he probably would try and kill us if he found that we
Yeah.
were on his tail.
Coming after him.
I mean, he
Yep.
did
Yep.
try. So maybe they were, or he was coming after them.
So, but he killed them.
That's what
Looks
it
like-
seems.
According to that
Yeah,
list,
the names, I'd say the list of names have like a line crossed out, like names crossed out. There's a couple of names before the Onyx Triad that are not crossed out, that say Blackbird and Mega.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's obvious that these other bounty hunters were all following Blackbird and Mega.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, this guy
That's so
didn't know
fine.
about us until now.
Well,
True.
we were pretty late in the game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it's
He was
very likely
likely
that he
dealing with
either
a cult, so.
didn't hear that we were involved or didn't care.
Well, all right.
Oh,
More supplies and a list, and he took care of some of the competition. All right.
Mm-hmm.
See, River, when we go back, see, that he would have killed us.
can we like bury the body or something?
Oh yeah, sure.
I mean, technically speaking, the wind will do that work pretty quickly.
I mean, true, but I don't feel very comfortable sleeping with like, a dead body in
A
the camp.
body in camp.
Okay.
Yeah,
We could-
yeah. We'll take care of that.
Maybe we should just take it a little bit of ways and just kind of bury it and
Okay.
some like
Yeah.
final rites type
Mhm.
thing, but not really feel terribly bad for this
We
man.
didn't know you for long, and we didn't like you for that short amount of time. We're not gonna miss you.
Correct.
Basically, it's basically what it is.
Yeah, and I was like,
Just worded a little nicely.
we could have entered into a mutually profitable business arrangement.
Or you
No.
could have just ignored us, you asshole.
That's what I said, but he didn't seem to care about it.
Oh dear.
All
I gave
right.
him a chance.
Well, at least that means
Okay.
there's one less bounty hunter competition for us.
There's like 4 less, I guess, since he killed 3. He's killed the
No,
one
It was a
group.
team.
There's that was
Yeah.
a team. That
So
was a
it's
team.
one
and
less
they're
team plus him.
Okay, so 2 less.
Yep.
All right. So the next day you set out again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Give me your survival check.
Yep.
Aid, guidance, all that junk.
20.
20.
Very nice.
Okay. All right. So you continue onwards, and this is definitely starting to head towards Kola. It is heading not north anymore, but pretty much directly east. Towards midday, I need everyone to give me a dexterity saving throw.
11.
Oh, me too.
6.
Oh my god.
Grade. Dexterity saving throw? Alright, this is gonna be
Oh
fun.
my
Oh
god.
my god.
Mincy got
How
the
did
highest.
Minfy get the highest?
Minfy got the highest. I
Y'all.
love
I
it.
know. How'd the monk only get?
Ow.
This is not good.
Did I have like enough of a rest to heal, or am I?
She hadn't
You were
slept
taking
yet.
first watch, so yeah, you do heal up.
Okay.
Well, screw this.
So
So what happens?
Merrick, Nala, and River take 13 fire damage. Minfy and Victor take half, so 6. As an explosion rocks comes up from about below you as you step on a trap.
There's traps?
Ow!
All right.
Ow. Crap.
Screw this. I have 14 health, so I now have 26 health.
Ow! What the fuck was that?
What's that?
Well,
Oh, okay.
we're getting close enough to be a bother, is what it was.
Apparently.
Ow, that hurt.
Does anybody need some silly hands?
Well, first,
Yeah.
do we look around and see anyone watching as this explosion happens?
Give me a perception
Yeah,
check.
is there anybody
Yeah.
around?
Yeah, like.
I can aid whoever's doing it. Or if
18.
we're making separate.
12.
Yeah, 19.
You do not see anything watching. However, as you're like looking around, you see this like slip of paper, half burnt slip of paper that's kind of like being carried from the wind from the area of the explosion.
I'd like to approach and see if I can mend it.
We'll just see if it says anything first.
Well, it's
Yeah.
flying away, so someone has to catch it
Birdie?
first, and Nala and River are the two that spotted it.
Oh,
Did I try to catch
Victor!
it?
Yeah, go for it. Give me a dex check. Or acrobatics, I guess, works.
Athletics.
Or acrobatics, she said.
Oh, acrobatics. Ooh,
There you go.
Okay, so you just like jump in the air and just catch it.
Come on. Yeah, monk. Monk's
monks are great. Monks are great.
It's the slip of paper says in common, "Stop following me."
Does it have a name?
Stop following me.
Does it have a name?
Nope.
No.
Does it have like a bird
Have
footprint?
Can I grab the piece of paper?
Uh-huh.
I just grab something to write with, underneath write no, and then toss it into the air to let the wind take it.
Yeah, I feel we should like investigate this so we don't step on one of these again. Cause ow, I really hurt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Who got really, really hurt?
I'm just gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
So it's really
Okay.
it's really just Nala at this point, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna cure you for 13 hit points.
Thank you. Oh, that brings me all the way back up.
We have a lot of healing in this group.
I mean, we
Probably
don't have
good
much
thing.
of a choice.
All right. So the rest of the day passes on uneventfully. You guys travel for another day before reaching towards evening Kuala.
Okay.
And I have a thing.
Ooh, you have a thing.
The Titanic statue of Gerard, explorer and founder of Kola, stands 400 feet over the desert, the first sign that you are near Kola. Once called the City of Welcomes, Kola is now known as the Abandoned City. Hundreds of homes, businesses, and points of interest within the unwalled city have slowly evacuated over the last 50 years as a catastrophic 700-foot wide hole of literal nothingness slowly swallows the city from the inside out. The city isn't completely empty, of course. There are still a few who remain, the stubborn, the curious, and the insane. The briny, unpalatable Colon Mire surrounds you, its glassy waters reflecting the ice-blue sky above. It's in those waters you first notice an enticing sight ahead. A red and blue Dinzer cargo blimp crosses the sandy wastes to the south, headed directly for the city. Judging by its speed, it looks like it's about to slow down and drop anchor. To signal its presence, the ship emits its ear-shattering foghorn, easily heard for miles. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Ooh.
God.
Motherfucker's gonna get on an airship.
Yep. Yeah.
So yeah,
Denser?
the trail you led is the gray dotted line on the map.
I will just
Yeah.
point this out. Mega going on a Dinser airship?
Of all things.
The fuck?
Mm-hmm. Anyways, thank you so much
Well, we
for
found that
watching.
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
Have a good
See
night.
y'all on Friday.
Bye.
Bye.